Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode. Happy Saturday. Thank you guys for being here. We should have a fun show tonight. Hopefully, Mike doesn't leave me hanging again. We'll see what happens. But here we are with the green screen collector. How are you, my friend? Thank you for being here tonight. Finally, again, since the last time you came was 2 weeks ago or something?
Maybe a little more, maybe three. I don't know. It's
Yeah.
been a while, but hey, I gotta be honest. I gotta sit perfectly still because if I happen to move a little bit, I think the green screen will fall from the hangers on top. So I gotta be absolutely still, not make any quick moves, or else I'm just gonna. It's like the Wizard of Oz, you know. I don't want to, give people false hopes, but this is an actual collection, people.
Oh my God. Thank you for being here, my friend. How are you? How are you tonight on this Saturday evening?
Great.
It's great. All right,
No,
let's see.
yeah, no, it's I'm off tonight. I'm not up in LA with my girl. It's time to spend some time with the boys, with the community. Because you know me, Fabi, I'm all about the community.
Yeah, coupon codes for everybody. All right, let's see who's in here with us tonight, hanging out. This is new. Let's see. Male birthing milk. I can never. How are you, my friend? Thank you for being here. I can never watch live, but I love your honesty. Thank you, my friend. And how real you are. Keep it up, brother. I don't know why more people don't support you, but you get. Yeah, I wonder the same thing. But thank you, my friend. Thank you for being here. I appreciate your comment and your support. Lucha in the house. Zoom, how are you, my friend? Thank you for being here tonight. Let's go. Fab making moves. What kind of moves? Thank you for being here, my friend. Talia, my friend, how are you? Thank you for being here tonight. We got wrong. Carlos, my friend, how are you? Thank you for being here. Welcome, welcome. Good to see you as usual. Harold, my friend, how are you? Thank you for being here as always. We got Nefty in the house. How are you, my friend? Welcome, welcome. Chris, how are you, my friend? Thank you for being here tonight. We have Sluggy16. How are you, my friend? Thank you for being here. Tess Jess in the house. How are you? Welcome. Thank you guys for being here, all of you, as always. So we should have a lot to talk about, especially because Luis hasn't had an opportunity to really speak on anything that's been, announced or released or anything. So we're going to get a lot of his take on a lot of these things. Also, guys, I just found out that shout out to Uncarded Reviews for the link. I guess the MRC video of the yellow Iron Man is up, and it looks like it came defective with something wrong with the paint. There's paint bubbles apparently, and he's got dark spots on it or something. So apparently he said he's gonna return it. I don't know, but that's very scary because, like I said, I'm expecting mine. Should be here sometime either Tuesday or Wednesday. So we'll see what happens. I hope mine's perfectly fine. But if it's messed up in any way, guess what? It doesn't matter because nobody's gonna see it anyway, And it's so minuscule and so such a small thing. The pain. I mean, if it's really bad, it's going right back. But if it's very very minimal, I'll keep it. It's not a big deal because my fear is because of the fact that they're so limited. Sending that back. What if they're sold out by the time it gets there? So that's my fear. So I don't know what I'm going to do if, God forbid, anything happens. Carlos, it's so good to see you too. I'm on a quest to build a. Oh, yes, I made one many many years ago. And still looks great. I wish I had a suit like the. I don't know if you guys saw the Queen Studios one. That statue looks beautiful. So I would have loved something like that, a suit like that with the briefcase. But mine was just like a regular, third-party suit. And I bought the Superman T-shirt. I think Tony May was selling them at the time. Do you remember that, Luis?
Yeah,
He
yeah.
was selling the undershirts for those Superman customs, and you had them opening the shirt and that Superman symbol at the bottom.
Yeah, yeah. I actually met Tony May and his wife at Frankensons. They have it's almost like a miniature San Diego Comic Con or a little convention warehouse that they have in like Pasadena or somewhere out in the valley. And I actually seen his booth, and he has tons and tons of
Yeah.
forms and head sculpts and the
Yep.
things he paints with his wife and everything like that. Yeah, he's a real nice guy. But yeah,
I
I
was
do
gonna
remember that custom.
I was just gonna say, he seems. I've never met him in person, but he always seemed like a nice guy. Through conversations. I was gonna ask you, how is he in person?
Yeah, dude, he's a nice guy. He's a really cool guy. He's very talented, and his wife is also talented. They do their own stitching and their cutting and their sewing. They do everything from their garage
Yeah.
and their home. So I mean, I don't know if that's what he does full time for a living, but I'm sure he has his career and then he does this on the side as a hobby. But yeah, no, the guy is super talented. I mean, I was really tempted to buy this one particular head sculpt there at the Frankensons, but it was, man, that's you know me, Fabby. I'm a bargain shopper, man. I buy everything on eBay for like 40, $50, direct from Hot Toys. But when you're talking about a custom piece, I mean, you're looking at $200 to $300, for
Yep.
a head sculpt. I'm like,
Yep.
man, it's like it's a little too rich for my blood.
Yeah, no, that's why I never got into customs like that. I never thought it was that serious, because it could get very expensive. And so because of that, I was like, you know what? Let me just stay out of that game. Um, Another thing about customs for me, some of the ones that I've seen are very just decent, like very decent. They're never anything, Hot Toys quality. The head sculpts are never great. They're never smooth. They're never shiny. They always look rough and grainy. So I never got into it, but it's a crazy game to get into because that there's only like between like 10 and 50 of these pieces, and they're over $1,000, $2,000 sometimes, 3,000, 4,000, 10,000 sometimes. And the crazy thing is that in this little, like, very, very underground kind of hobby, because it's not as popular as you'd like to think. They pay each other thousands of dollars through PayPal as friends and family.
Hmm.
And I'm told by one of the guys that I speak to, he's a collector, John. Shout out to John. Um, he says that he can't stand the 1/6 scale community because in his mind, he's like, they're so cheap, they're so annoying. He goes, in my world, people send each other thousands of dollars, for these figures, friends and family. I was like, get the hell. He's like, yeah. He goes, nobody scams it. I mean, I don't know if that's how true that is, but I would never send anybody more than $50, friends and family. You know what I mean? I mean, if you don't know them, it's insane. Insane. It says you're a little skeptic about the arm to should collect connection. I don't know what that means, my friend. Explain, Test Jess. I don't know what you're trying to say. Derek, how are you, my friend? Welcome. Thank you for being here. I made a custom Scarlet Witch and cost me, yeah, it cost me a kid. No, they get really expensive. I mean, the cool thing is that you're the only one with this piece, right? If it's like custom like this, something that you wanted for yourself. The problem is if it's not a great piece, you're going to be stuck with that piece forever because it's going to be very expensive, right? You're paying for something that only you have. And then you have to love it, right? So let's say you love it, but just because you love it doesn't mean everybody else is going to love it. And if you pay thousands or 1,000 or 1,500 or 1,200, whatever, for this one of one, and then for whatever reason you just want to get rid of it, you are never getting that money back because what you wanted and that custom that you personally wanted doesn't mean that anybody else wanted it. It doesn't mean that anybody else will like it as much as you, and or it'll be worth that money to them as much as it was for you. That's the problem with those customs. So
Oh yeah,
it's
100%. I mean, it's just like customizing your figure. It's like, like that's why I always try to buy two of the same figure if I know I'm gonna break it down and do a body swap or something with Thyssen. I mean, I know that the one that I'm gonna break down, even though I might have invested double the amount of what it originally costed, if I ever want to get rid of it, I'm not gonna get that money back because I tore
right,
it apart, I butchered it. So
right.
that's why I always try to get like a second one so I can keep the custom. And if I knock on wood, I hope that nobody falls on hard times, of course, but things happen, family situations, layoffs or whatever. It's like, you can sell your collection and at least break even, but that's why I always try to get two, just so I can keep my custom and then I can sell the pristine, piece that came from Sideshow. So
Yeah, no, and that's the main reason why I started with the multiples. When I started seeing that people, again, from the very beginning, Hot Toys was not pumping out the amounts of figures and the numbers of items per character. So once they sold out, that was it. So what would happen was people were customizing way more back then than they are now because there wasn't as much, and Hot Toys was pushing people to customize by making their bodies available for sale. So
that's
by
true.
then, yeah, they remember they sold their bodies. They sold their narrow shoulder,
Yeah,
the regular,
yeah. The
the muscular,
TTMs, true
TTM.
type bodies. Yeah.
So this was a whole, like, again, it was bigger back then, years ago, a lot bigger. And then obviously, because there wasn't so much, that's when I said, you know what, these people are customizing all these figures. Let me start, getting multiple so I could do the same. And that's how I started getting, twos, threes, fours, just to do one look, and then whatever was happening at the time. Oh, that looks cool. Let me make one too. So that's what was going on. So it was a crazy, crazy time. Those days are long gone though, because you don't need to do that anymore unless you really like to do your own kit bashing. Because Hot Toys is making enough figures for you to never have to kit bash again. That's why I don't. It's got to be something that I really, really want for me to go out of my way to make it. And another thing that's happening now for me is the figures being so expensive. Back then they were 160, 170, 180. Now they're 300 and up, so it hurts me personally to ruin a figure or open a brand new figure just to do a minor, you know what I mean? Just a minor um customization job, and then there's a whole entire figure wasted brand new just to do a so that's why I stopped doing that too. But at this point, as you guys know, I'm sitting on literally over like 100 and like 30 boxes of sealed figures. So what I'm going to do,
Unreal.
yeah, what I'm going to start doing is exactly that. I'm going to start opening, my seconds, some of the seconds. Like, for example, I haven't done my video on the premium Loki, President Loki figure with the stickers and the light box, right? So I have it here. I already pulled out the Endgame Loki, my second piece. As you can see, there's one behind me. That's the original one I got. And then the second one sitting here sealed, I brought it from storage because I'm going to use it as that new Loki that they teased with the throne. I'm going to make that out of those two figures. I already have a President Loki from Sideshow. I have these two premiums, and I have two Endgame Lokis. So that's going to be my newer, custom, and all I'm doing to it is it's a head swap. But again, it's painful to have a whole figure sitting there wasted. That's what bothers me. What Tess, just tell me what shoulder you're talking about. What do you mean by the shoulder? Which shoulder? Oh, you're talking about the Iron Man 2. I didn't see that part. He just told me about the what do you call it? The paint application. That's the only thing I know about, but I didn't know about the shoulder. Oh, I hope it's not bad. Zoom says just should. Yeah, well, that's another thing. What if you want a custom and you really don't know like I've been in the game for how long? I don't know any artist, to tell you the truth. I know the people from back then, like we just talked about Tony May. I forget who else was big back then. I think Nenny D was a big one with the Predators.
Right.
And so I know those names, the guys from back then, from when I started. Those guys were the big, the big guys in the community, collecting statues and stuff. And these guys, were the nicest guys. Superman, Carlos Superman Lobo, you remember that guy?
Yeah. That was his thing. I mean, I like that guy for the fact that he was a big Superman guy.
And
So
yeah,
I would always follow him. I would always watch his
nicest guy too.
oh, super nice guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, yeah, super huge DC, especially Superman collection for sure.
He was all focused on Superman. The guy, he was the first and only person to ever reach out to me first when I started. I was posting stuff, and he would see like the comments that I would get, and he messaged me one time, and he's like, "Hey, he was, if you ever need anything, just message me." Blah blah. Turned out that he lived 20 minutes from me. He's from Queens, New York.
Oh wow.
And so, so we would talk, and I became friendly with him. And then, over the years we just stopped. And then obviously he stopped being in the community and stuff as much. I don't think he ever got rid of his entire collection by any means. He's just not as busy in the community as he was. But people, there were really nice, cool guys back then. Again, and I wasn't even like friendly with them like that. It was just, conversation regarding collecting. But really, really different. And I'm not saying that there was no hate back then. There was plenty of it too. It's just, it was, different types of people, I guess. FabsFigures, this would be my second custom in my life. Oh, that's not bad. That's not bad. 150 is not bad. But thousands? Hell no. I would never. Daniel, how are you, my friend? Welcome. Thank you for being here tonight. Happy Saturday, my friend. Bobo! Sorry I'm late. I was opening Hot Toys on lights. He said I was opening Hot Toys. This is Bobby opening his Hot Toys. Bobo! That's so funny. Yes, guys, please, if you don't mind, there's 20 of you guys in here. Please hit that like button if you don't mind. I appreciate it. Bob's pushing the buttons. So, guys, all right, Lucha, where do you want to start? You want to go back all the way back to Sabine? You want to go back to what is the one figure that you want to talk about that you've been like really itching to talk about?
Fabi, let's talk about your favorite company of all time. Let's talk about InArt.
Oh my God! All right,
I want to talk about that Henry Cavill Superman, and I want to talk about that two-pack Christopher Reeve that may come out over the next couple of months.
All right, let's see what they got. All right, let's talk about your boy. And that's I'm only allowing this because I know you're a huge Superman fan. That's the only reason why. You like DC, so that's why I'm letting this slide. Any other time? Never, ever. So I actually funny. Go ahead. So, let us know how you feel about it. What you think about it. What do you think is going to happen? This is just prototype. Do you think they're going to change anything? Do you think they're going to leave it like this? How do you think it looks right now? And while you do that, I'm going to find a picture. I forget who sent it to me. Maybe Bob. I think Bobby sent it to me. It's somebody pretty much requesting InArt. So they have a side-by-side comparison picture of both of the InArt Superman, right? So they got this picture, and next to it, they got how it's supposed to be like perfectly accurate to the movie. So whoever posted it is pretty much asking InArt to make it that way so it could be perfect, right? Go ahead. So I'm going to find you the picture.
Yeah, no, so yeah, I think this InArt Superman Christopher Reeve, I mean, it looks amazing. I mean, just that second head sculpt with the heat vision. Oh my God, that's just like chef's kiss. I mean, my plan is to eventually get this InArt Superman. I know it's expensive. It's going for like about $400.
What do you think of that too? How do you feel about that price point, knowing that you've been around for Hot Toys forever?
It's funny because I'm looking at all aspects, right? So if you get like an Iron Man, like the Mark 58, the battle damage one with the Tony head sculpt, in the movie Endgame, that figure, I remember when I first pre-ordered it on Sideshow, I think it was close to almost 450. It was, to this day, it was the most expensive Hot Toys figure that I own.
Which one is it? Which one?
It was the Endgame Iron Man. I don't know the mark of it. I don't know if it's the 58
Endgame,
or
85.
85. Yeah, when it comes to, me, I'm a DC guy. When it comes to Marvel, I don't know the marks of all the suits, the Iron Man suits, but I only have 3 Iron Men in my collection. And one of them
when you don't really collect, you really don't, you really can't really know the names of stuff, Go ahead.
Yeah, especially when you don't collect Marvel. That's the least
exactly. That's even worse. Let me tell you something. I collect Marvel and I don't know the name still.
Yeah, Marvel's the least property that I own in my collection. I mean, I have love for it. I enjoy the figures. I mean, it's great. But honestly, I mean, I'm a DC guy. I mean, I grew up at Christopher Reeve Superman with Michael Keaton Batman, and even the old TV Flash series, where you that big old puffy guy in his puffy red suit. That was the Flash. I mean, I
Right.
remember seeing that show when I was a kid.
Oh,
But
in the was it the 80s? In the 80s, right?
yeah,
Like late
yeah,
80s.
I
Yeah.
know. I know that actor came back for the new Flash
Yeah, he
series,
did.
which was
He did
really
he
cool
did a
that they did
cameo.
that.
Yep.
But I mean, that's where my heart is, and I'm really super selective when it comes to my collection and what I buy. That's why, hence, the majority of my collection. I mean, you really can't. I mean, yeah, I have the Batmobile and I have the Bat Signal, and my DC side is actually on the other side of the room. This is all like Star Wars and Marvel. Funny enough, but my DC stuff is on the other side. But yeah, that's what I'm all about. And right now, this Superman, Fabi, it's calling my name, man. I mean, yeah, it's $400, and you look at the accessories that it comes with of the
Yeah,
lack
it's
of.
nothing. It's nothing. You think this is worth $400 to you?
I mean, this is probably out the door shipped
Thank you.
340,
Yeah,
not
exactly. It's not
400.
400. It's not 400 by any means whatsoever. Even 340 is too much. I think that a figure like this, because of the fact that it has nothing, it should be no more than $300.
Yeah, definitely. But I mean, again, I mean, this is for the die-hard, Henry Cavill fan, who portrayed Superman in Zack Snyder's movies. I mean, this is for those guys, and I'm one of them. And I'm super tempted on getting this figure. And if I save my pennies between now and a year when this thing finally comes out and through Kit, I might just end up buying it. But right now, I don't see myself pre-ordering it. But for sure, well, I think Kit has like a window. I think you have until the end of October.
Oh, I
So
didn't know that.
maybe, yeah, Kit has a window, and I think it's through the end of October. And I think I might have to, pre-order this guy. I mean, because obviously Sideshow's not getting any of these things because these guys are a
Right.
Chinese retailer.
Well, they're
So
not
yeah,
they're not worldwide licensed either.
exactly. So yeah, I'm in the middle of a rock and a hard place. So I think I'm gonna have to pre-order this through Kit. Um, but hey, if you use Fab Figure, you get $10 off. So hey, 390 Fabby.
Yeah, if you never used it, if you used it, you're asked out.
Yeah, I already used it. Oh well.
Peyton, how are you, my friend? Welcome. So, what do you think of this? So now, remember, guys, inert is king, and they're giving you. Look at this. This is what blew my mind. Um, Remember that the whole reason why inert became so what it became was because of that rooting, right? They pushed the rooting. How do you feel about them giving you a little rooting pube? What do you feel like? What do you feel about that?
It's funny. First of all, this picture drives me nuts because you can see a little bit of that hair that's not painted black. You see
Well,
that little piece right there? That's supposed to be black. That's the original head sculpt, and then they add this little rooted thingy, to make it
well,
pop out a
that's
little.
you know how cheap that looks and how ugly that is.
That looks bad. I mean, it's like who hires these photographers, man? It's
It's
like they should
crazy.
have touched that up and painted it black. I mean, I don't get it.
That should have been a piece of actual sculpted plastic to go on there. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Not
yeah,
pube.
yeah.
Like it's insane. But the inert lovers will say what? The best of the best of the best with honors, sir. So now let me show you guys quickly what I'm talking about regarding um the comparison pictures, what people want inert to do, right? They're begging inert to make it perfect because they know that they'll never be perfect. So they have to figure out a way to get them to be the best so they could say inert's best, it's better than Hot Toys, blah blah blah. So they're giving inert pointers on how to get the Superman perfectly fine. So this is Inart's prototype, and this is what somebody posted, telling them this is how it should be to make it perfect, right? To make it perfect too. Because right now this looks like the Justice League colors, but they're selling it as BVS. These are the BVS colors right here. So what do you think of this? Do you think they should do this? Do you think this is like the only way that they should make the figure, or do you think this is perfectly fine?
I'm not that critical, and I don't nitpick. I mean, the original, pictures that they took of Superman Henry Cavill. I mean, it wasn't bad. And then obviously they did some tweaks and they made some changes. It came out a little better, but I mean, I was perfectly fine with the way it looked before. But if they want to strive for 100% movie accuracy, like Jazz Inc. on their vehicles, then good for them. I mean, they're just it doesn't. I mean, perfecting a piece, perfecting a product shows that you care. It shows that you're listening to the community, the buyer, and I mean that shows a lot. But I
Well,
mean,
my question was this is not from InArt. This is from a person who apparently
they did the
likes it.
changes.
Right. So they're pretty much telling InArt, this is what you need to do to make it legit, to make it accurate. So my question to you is, why do you think InArt isn't doing it accurately to begin with, if people say they're the best company in the world?
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, I don't know. That's the thing, right? It's you that yeah. No, I'm speechless there, man. I
That's
mean,
what I'm saying. That's why I asked that question, because if they were so good, why are fans telling them how to treat the figure properly?
yeah,
Why are fans telling them what to do? When
yeah.
have you ever told? When have you ever seen anybody say to Hot Toys, "Hot Toy, this is how you should do it"?
Well, kind of like, again, back to Jazz Inc., right? I mean, Jazz Inc. goes out, makes videos, and they actually ask for people's help. Hey, we need your input. We want to make this Batmobile or this
That's one
Batcycle.
thing.
You
That's
know,
one thing. That's
and
because
I
they're
know in art
trying.
they're not doing that. That's for
Correct.
sure.
That's my
They're not
point.
doing
That's
that,
my
and they're
point. That's
supposed to
my
be the elite of the elite of 1/6
exactly.
figures. Yeah,
Exactly. Exactly.
I
That's
don't know.
exactly my point. You come,
Right.
and that's it. And that was a perfect example. Jazz Inc. will get the people's opinion because he knows that by having them be involved in the project, it makes them feel like they're closer to it and it makes them want it more. That's why they do it. It's all part of, the whole was the whole advertisement of it. You know what I mean? He's trying to get the community involved with his product so they could say, oh, he listened to us, blah blah blah. Let's buy it. That's the whole point behind that, right? Which is smart. There's nothing wrong with that. If you want to make a good product for the people, ask for their input. 100%. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. The point is, InArt isn't doing that, and the figure is already completely inaccurate. And when it came out, the pre-order came out, and I was talking about how the abs are off and all the stuff. Everybody was like, "Oh, that's how it is," blah blah blah. Yet somebody has the actual accurate figure next to the InArt prototype, and it's completely different. So InArt chills don't even know what they're talking about to begin with, right? So again, the whole thing is InArt is not asking for anybody's input. InArt is going to put out whatever the hell InArt wants to put out, and that's my point. They're not here for the community. That's what people don't get. Just because the guy's going on tour on everybody's channel to promote the product does not mean they're listening to the community regarding the making of the product. That's where people, are confused. Matt Planet, how are you, my friend? Thank you for being here. Happy Saturday. We got Tess just saying bigger. Yeah, that was another conversation. They were talking about that. Like, what? Who cares about that? But this is how insane it is. This is what they're talking about. This is what they're focusing about. The package. For what? Who cares? It's mind blowing to me, and that's why I don't.
Yeah, it's insane, man. It's insane.
No, it's crazy. Michael, you made it. You
What's
made
up,
it.
Mike?
See,
What's up, guys?
I was
Good
gonna
to see
make
ya.
ICS stream, but because Mike left me hanging last week, I was like, I don't want to be left hanging with just Luis as ICS. So
I'm not good enough, Mike. I'm not good enough.
But-
Hence the name on the screen, green screen Cobra's collection.
well,
Yep.
it's ICS. It's us three right now, so why not? We got Bobo. Oh, shrimp. This guy. Don't be mean. Don't be mean. But yeah, so Mike, now that you're here, I don't know if you know what's going on with the InArt Superman. It was up for pre-order a few days ago. The whole collecting community, the whole InArt community went crazy over this, and they didn't even know where to order from, and it was a nightmare to some people because they didn't know, who was selling it, where to get it from, blah blah blah. But regarding the figure alone, and let me get into the figure, the actual promo picture. Actually, you know what? Let's stay here. What do you think of this comparison? Somebody told Inart that, this is Inart's prototype, and this is what the figure should look like accurately to the movie. What do you think of this being, the fact that they're so different, and this is what everybody's already calling accurate?
So the left is their prototype, and
Yep.
the right is the
what
actual...
somebody sent them to. They said, if you tweak it this way, this is how the figure is going to be, 100% accurate to the movie.
Yeah, well, but then, I guess to the one to the right looks like it's BVS, where the other one looks like it's Justice League, right?
Correct, but this is supposed to be BVS. That's the problem.
Yeah, BVS was way darker.
Yeah. So, and people are already calling this accurate. This is, it's accurate to the movie. It's accurate to the movie. And then you got this next to it, and it's completely not accurate.
I don't pay attention to Inart whatsoever.
Right. Neither do I. That's why I was asking, because I know that, I don't know if you knew what was going on with them. And
no, I don't pay. I mean, yeah, I don't give them any mind. Like, I pay attention to them as much as I pay attention to So Toys or something like that. They just, they release one or two figures, and it's not, it's a figure that I already have, and I feel like it's right. Not a step up to such
Correct.
a degree where I would drop $500 or something. I think they charge more, right? Don't they charge
400 for this?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not going to drop $400 for another Superman. Now, like, I get it, right? If you're a big Superman fan, I get it.
Yep.
I would. But, and look, I am a big Superman fan, but I have. How many do I have already? How many Hot Toys come out with? So
right. No, and I think that's what happens. The one thing I that bothers me is, not only that, the figure is very, very, just very decent. You know what I mean? There's nothing great about it, but the accessories. The one thing that bothers me about them is, this is nothing. They're giving you nothing for $400, right? These accessories, that spear is Batman's spear. So why is it with him? They're just adding little things here and there that make no sense. And and that the fact that the spear was in the movie and blah, 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 I get all that. But they're giving you little like BS, like accessories and additions just to give you fillers. Look at these little pictures of paper here. The Joker was filled with, cutouts of paper and, like a bunch of paper. Another thing they gave us like $1 million worth of bills. For what reason? We don't need all those bills.
I'm just so bored of both these figures. Like, we have this stuff. We got it. If you're a big 1/6 collector, we got it. You're not giving us something that's like earth-shattering.
Correct. And that's the thing. There's nothing original. There's nothing different. It feels like what they're trying to do is put themselves in a position where people are comparing their product to Hot Toys' product. I think that's what they're doing, because knowing that we already got this figure 1 billion times from Hot Toys, why would you not do something different? Why would you not do something that we haven't gotten before?
Right. Create your own lane.
Exactly. That would be the most appealing thing about a brand new company, that they're doing things that Hot Toys isn't doing. And guess what? There has to be no competition, in the sense of, you're not creating the competition, because if Hot Toys is making a Superman, why would you go make another Superman? Make something completely different.
Probably licensed, right? They probably got the license cheap.
Correct.
You know what I mean? And they're
correct. That's exactly what it is. That's 100% what it is.
Let's make the most popular figure with the cheap license we got with the
correct, which is Joker, Superman, very, very
DC,
common.
Right? They must have got everything DC movie.
Yep. Very, very mainstream. So that's why I don't, it doesn't, as a company, it doesn't make sense to me. Why would I go, into a business knowing that the competition, has been around forever and they do great work? They're not perfect by any means. I've never said Hot Toys is perfect. Never has been perfect. But give the community something different, something new, something that will complement Hot Toys. Meaning, if you have we're going to give you an example. You can't go with like Superman and Batman and stuff like that. But like, for example, if you do like like a
definitely.
Lex Luthor or something like that. You know what I mean? Do a Lex Luthor that is, give us a rooted head sculpt. Remember when he wore the wig? Do a bald head sculpt, or give us a wig that we just put on the head. Give us a sick suit, give us a sick outfit, give us, you know what I mean? Do something that's gonna make us want to buy your product because it's gonna go nice with any Hot Toys figure that they've made already.
Yeah, like a companion piece or something like that.
Correct. Exactly. That would have been the best thing as a company, because guess what? There's no competition with Hot Toys. They're making their own lane. And guess what? People are going to want to buy because it's going to complete their lines. And that would be, and if a plus to that, if they decided to make them very limited, forget it. They would be millionaires in a heartbeat. But it's not about that. It's never been about that.
These guys make statues. They're not.
Exactly.
They got
Exactly.
They got their hands in so many different jars that this is just one more thing they're doing. So it's not.
And it's easy money for them. This is going to be just easy money.
Yeah, I hate when we talk about in art. To be honest, I get. I get why why. Look, if it's an improved Superman, I'm not saying, I would imagine any figure coming out now is going to be better than, like I said, a Joker 10 years ago. But
right.
Next.
So the reason why we got into it to begin with is because the Mexican on the stage. We have.
Well, no, I know. I'm trying to be nice because I was I was waiting for my wife to come home, so I was just checking in to kind of see what you guys were talking about. And he brought up in art. I'm like, oh, thank God I'm not there right now. Hopefully by the time I get on, they'll be done talking about damn in art.
God.
Oh my God. So we have Carlos says, focus on the package is definitely what? Like, focus on the body, focus on, the fact that he's got 16, abs. Don't it's just people. It's mind blowing to me. I don't understand it. Modok, big game tomorrow. Squish the fish. What big game?
Right, man. Bills, baby. Bills.
Oh, he knows you're
playing. We got the Dolphins game tomorrow.
Peyton saying hello to Mike. We got Mike is here. Debate time.
Yeah, such a negative asshole. So I know, guys. I know. My wife tells me all the time.
Oh my God, that's what. Hey, Tony, how are you, my friend? Thank you for being here. Welcome. Nice to see you. Happy Saturday. We got the 6 scale Inquisitor. How are you? Welcome.
What I wanted to say is, I keep seeing Fabs. If you guys are paying attention, Fabs keeps, he's posting his pictures of his figures and stuff like that. So every time I see him post a picture of his flocked hair hot face, I'm like, man, he's doing me such a favor on the sculpted hair front, because every one of these figures looks like crap.
Yeah, but you gotta realize how old are these figures?
It's like, don't even put them up, man. Like, don't even. That's what when I see those figures, I'm like, why is he even posting that? It's like a train.
Do you know how many people don't even realize that these figures ever came out? It's insane. They're like, they made this.
God, that hair.
Yeah, the hair. No, it's really bad. And I will never brush it. I will never brush it. You know why I don't brush it? Because I feel like it'll start coming out, and then she'll have a bald spot. So I will never touch it.
Yeah, you actually gotta use a little product.
Yes, absolutely. That's why I don't touch it, because I know I gotta play with it, and I'm not gonna play with it. I gotta send it to Luis to see if maybe he'll.
I'll take care of you, Fabby. I'll charge you the best friends.
There you go.
Yeah, best friends. These nuts. Losing apprentices quicker than Palpatine. Inart has seduced everyone. Yeah, very true. Very true. I think that, again, what they're doing is they're getting big deal, big name characters. That's what they're doing. How many people hate a Superman? How many people hate a Joker? You know what I mean? So they're strategically, with that aspect of the marketing, they're doing well, right? The problem is, again, to me, the price point and the amount of stuff that we get. The double pack, I understand, it was a big, box double pack. They had to boost it up with the with the jail cell diorama and all that stuff. Like I get it. But something like this for 400. So a Joker was 300 and change by itself with more accessories than this. And you had die cast. Okay. So 300 and change for all this stuff with die cast and you know, bills and paper and, all, and the magnetic base and all that stuff. Now you got 400 for way less than that and nothing that is worth $400, you know? So you're literally paying $400 for a figure and nothing else. That's why it doesn't make sense to me. And I don't understand how you guys swallow that all day long, you know? If Hot Toys was coming out with figures at $400, like, you know, as a standard, you guys would be crying all day long. Oh, why it's so expensive? Somebody literally said to me, when I said, you know, the $400, I was like, that's crazy. Oh, you got to take into consideration inflation.
You know, Test Jess is right.
Inflation?
Forget inflation. Test Jess is right. They should have done Christopher Reeve Superman.
Yes.
Or or do Christopher Reeve Superman, do all three of the baddies, right? Do Zod, the girl, and the big brute. And if they would have done a set, honestly, I would have bought every one. I would have paid $600 for every one of those figures.
Yes.
Give me a Gene Hackman Luther.
Yep.
I would have been all effing in.
That's my point. But
they're doing something that's been done now.
That everybody's doing. Everybody's done. Even third parties have done, you know, the Superman.
And the Hot Toys Reeves is old. Like it's
yes.
I mean, it's still awesome, but it
needs an update.
Yes, it needs an update.
And the fact that, you know, Inner is this type of company that is okay with the double packs, a Superman Clark Kent double pack by them.
No, the triple pack, right? The triple pack with the three baddies. Oh my god!
Oh, that's true. That one too.
Why does just anybody do that? Like there's your free idea, everybody. Go make a ton of money.
Exactly.
Go do that.
Lucho, would you buy that? You're muted. You're muted. Muted. See, when you don't collect and you don't know how to use technology, this is what happens.
Yeah, no, I agree with Mike. Yeah, for sure. You know, we would have got Grog or Gorg or whatever his name is. The three baddies. Yeah, for sure. I mean, that would have been perfect. That would have been awesome.
3-pack, like, oh man, I could just like drool over that 3-pack, right?
And not even a 3-pack, because that, that's a little like overboard.
But how is it though? You wouldn't buy one. It's not that you're going to buy the big guy and not buy the other two. You're going to buy the girl and not buy Zod.
Well, no. But the reason I say that it's a little bit overkill is because how big is it going to be this box? You know what I mean? Like how humongous is this thing going to be? That's my point.
Well, didn't they do it with the Ghostbusters? Didn't Blitzway do it with the Ghostbusters?
I don't know. I didn't get.
Didn't they do a 4-pack of all the Busters?
I think so. Yeah.
Or a 3-pack originally?
Oh, I don't know. See, I don't have them, so I never knew the packaging. I just knew there was a.
You have the car and not the Busters?
Well, I only got the Afterlife. I never got the Ecto 1 original. I missed out on that too because I didn't have the Ghostbusters. So I only ended up getting. I ordered from Amazon. I ordered the. I had ordered from Comic Concept, and you guys know what happened. So I ended up getting it from Amazon, and it still hasn't shipped. It should be shipping soon, I hope. I got a message. I got to message them to see where it is. Should have made Christopher. Yeah, I'm saying this is exactly what I'm saying. They should have got into things that haven't been made. Again, even third parties have made this Superman. So what is the point? What are you trying to do with, again, and I know it's probably convenience. They got the license, like Mike said, for cheap or whatever. These are popular characters to begin with. So it's not that they don't know what they're doing. It's just, I think the execution is wrong, and I think the price point is very, very off. Again, if it was something fresh, something different, $400, no problem, because it's new. It's something we don't have. But to overcharge for a Superman that we've got, like Mike said, I got all of them, every single one, and I got multiples. So it just doesn't make sense to me. I don't understand. Wishmaster DLX, welcome. How are you? Thank you for being here. You're new here. Love the Superman. Happy to make it a live show for. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you for being here, my friend. How many are you guys?
One.
Zero. Zero. Luis is getting one. I am getting none. Mike is probably getting two because he likes getting cases. So yeah, no, I don't think Mike is getting any. But yeah, no, I'm not getting any, my friend. I'm okay. I would be okay without it. But yeah, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Babo! Inner Soups was there. Looking forward to seeing better. Look, yeah, yep. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. They need to get into. We need a company. Hopefully, again, it's not going to happen. But I wish that when J&D gets involved in the 1/6 community, I wish, and again, I'm telling you guys, it's not going to happen because everybody's got to go for a popular character to create hype and to create, and to make money. You're not, a lot of people aren't going to go for something that's not popular, something that's very, so that's why they have to get into these common IPs and these, these overproduced characters. Because it's just easy money. Another company makes another Superman slightly different. Oh, it's the greatest thing in the world. And that's what's happening. But somebody needs to get into companion piece. Literally, call yourself companion as a company, and it'll be the most money anybody has ever made. If I could get a hookup with a toy company, believe me, I would do that. I would think about, and I would ask the community, hey guys, what companion pieces would you like for, certain figures, or give them a list. We're planning on making companion figures for any of these, main characters. Who would you guys like? And just get an idea of what people are asking for in the community and make something like that. But nobody cares about that. They just want whatever is easy money and guaranteed money, and it's that simple.
I don't know. It kind of sounds like you just described Jazz Inc. That's what they did, right? That's what they did initially. They said, "What does everyone want?" People voted and talked, and they started making that.
Yep, that's exactly what it is. And again, it's a very smart move because he knows that by getting people involved, he has guaranteed sales. Like, he knows that people. If you ask me, oh, you're gonna make, can you make blah blah blah? Do you guys want me to make this? And I say yes, and then I don't go buy it. That's a problem. But people buy it because they feel like they're involved in the project. Carlos says, if I hear a scream from across the Hudson, then I know Wanda would have lost some hair. But yeah, I'm not touching. I don't touch them. I don't touch out of fear. I would never, sit there brushing hair. I feel like if I brush it, it's going to get worse. So that's why I don't touch it. And like Mike said, I would have to use gel. I would have to use water. I would have to use, and I am not doing that. Do George Reeves Superman. Oh, can you imagine? That would be an instant classic. That old, Wish is glad to see Cobra's. Lucho. See, you're known worldwide. I told you.
The non-collector. Wait a minute. I don't want this green screen to fall behind me. I'm trying not to knock it down.
All right, so we're gonna go from newest to oldest since we're going backwards. Since you guys, haven't, and Mike wasn't here last week. So let's start with Chopper. Luis, are you into the show? Are you watching the show? Obviously, you don't really collect much Star Wars, but what do you think of the figure, of the pictures, and what do you think of the fact that, if obviously you watch the show and you care about the show, what do you think of the fact that Hera is being teased here?
Yeah, no, that's cool for all those who watch the Clone Wars or, Rebels. I mean, this is great for, all you fans out there. I've been enjoying the show. I have been watching it. But these figures here, for me, they really don't do anything. I mean, obviously, if we come out with an updated Anakin, with the short hair, with the armor.
What do you mean they don't do anything? They don't tickle your pickle?
They don't. The in-art Superman, that's with a bigger package. That's what tickles my pickle. Because that's what people seem to be, paying attention to. But I mean, these are great looking. They look awesome. I mean, for me, if what's on my radar, if they come out with an updated Anakin, Clone War Anakin with the short hair, maybe the white Ahsoka, and or even the Sith Jedi's, right? The Sith guys.
Shin and Skull and
Exactly. Yeah,
Balin,
those
Balin
guys
Skull.
would be epic, and even Theron. I mean, yeah, those guys, those four would definitely be on my radar. But when it comes to like the droids or the green chick or even Ren. I mean, Sabine Wren. I mean, that's maybe a nifty. If anything, definitely those would be bargain bins for me. Pickups. But
Yeah.
yeah, the two dark side
Yes,
Sith
those are
guys.
badass. Those are badass.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. And Anakin and White Ahsoka.
Mike, have you been watching the show?
Yeah.
How do you feel about it, and how do you feel about the Chopper announcement?
It's cool. It's fine. Show's cool. I'm into it. I'm not never got into Clone Wars, so I couldn't get past season 1 and 2. That it was boring as all hell, that cartoon in the beginning. So, and I heard it gets a lot better, and I just never could stick it out. I never got to 3. So I mean, whatever. Chopper, great.
Whatever.
Yeah, not super excited about it. Not.
Well, you're getting it, obviously.
No,
No.
Because I look at if there's a place to cut off my Star Wars collection, it's definitely the Clone. This part of the Clone Wars. You know what I mean? I at least I followed the. I watched the cartoon with the the Bad Batch.
Oh, the Bad Batch.
And I thought that was all right. So.
That whole line is awesome.
Yeah, I like that. I like those guys. So, and especially because they made it a more realistic, non-cartoon version, right? So,
right.
But yeah, I'm not excited for this really at all. I could easily pass.
Wishmaster says, "Is there something wrong with the figure? I'm very much on the fence, but love both." Yeah, so not that there's anything wrong with the figure. I have my own issues with the company, from the first, Joker announcement. So I'm, once I have an issue with you, like that's it, like I'm done. So, and it doesn't mean I'm not buying it. I bought their Joker, and I bought their I bought the 2-pack sculpted Joker, and I'm gonna order the Pennywise, the B version Pennywise, just so I could have it in the collection. But I don't like them as a company, not their product. Their Joker, I gave their Joker, the 2 Jokers, a 9. They were fine. But I don't like them as a company for what they're trying to do. And they made it obvious what their goal is in the community. So they completely turned me off. And as you can see, with the comparison pictures, it's not an accurate figure anyway. Their angry head sculpt is gorgeous. I would buy that in a heartbeat to have it on a Hot Toys Superman. But besides that, it looks exactly like the Justice League's Hot Toys Superman. There's nothing appealing to it, to me, about the figure. Just because I don't like something, and just because I say negative things about something, doesn't mean that you're not allowed to like it. Doesn't mean that you're wrong for liking it. That's just how I feel. You're spending your money however you want. Buy whatever the hell you want. It's nobody's business what you spend your money on, and it's nobody's business if you like or dislike anything. If you're spending your money on it and people want to hate on it, guess what? Let them hate, because it's your money, and as long as it's making you happy, that's all that matters. Luis, what do you think? Can you answer this question too?
Yeah, no, I don't think there's anything wrong with the figure. And yeah, the 2 head sculpts they're amazing, especially the Heat Vision head sculpt. That's what got my attention, is when I saw that head sculpt with the Heat Vision. I'm like, oh my God, that thing is beautiful. Because I was a little disappointed with the Justice League, blue, bright red Superman figure, for the fact that their Heat Vision head sculpt, it's really wonky. It's a little oversized, and it just doesn't look all that great compared to the stoic face sculpt that we get. But yeah, no, the Hot Toys Heat Vision Superman head sculpt, it's a little oversized and it just looks funky. So I never display that head sculpt. But the in art Heat Vision head sculpt, I mean, it's a masterpiece.
And the fact that it's different, it makes it appealing. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's something that Hot Toys never made. So the fact that it's different, it makes you want to get it. And that's the only thing I like about the figure, is that new head sculpt. If for whatever reason, which, it'll be impossible to get that on its own probably, but if for whatever reason, I could get one, or somebody makes one like it, I would definitely buy it in a heartbeat, just to put it on a Superman, get another Superman and just put it on there, because it's really that nice to me.
Oh yeah.
Albert, how are you, my friend? Welcome. Thank you for being here. Happy Saturday, my friend. Chopper is a must from. Yeah, I definitely want him. He looks great. My favorite thing about this whole figure is this wheel. It reminds me of a shopping cart wheel for some reason.
The Target wheel.
Oh man, I love it. It's so rugged and it looks so, the detail on this thing is awesome. So I can't wait for it. Just because I like the droids and the fact that they have it next to R2. Look at that. So it's gonna be nice and small, probably a little bit fatter, but beautiful, 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 beautiful. TX boy, my friend, how are you? Welcome, yo. What's up, everyone? Killer droid inbound was the yeah. No, it looks nice. It looks really nice. Double pack. I doubt it. I don't think so. That would have been nice though. Double pack with Hera and Chopper. That would have been a no-brainer. But they could get full price out of this. They could get at least 220 for this, and they're gonna. I don't know. I don't know if you guys can. Somebody tell me the price because I don't even know what the price is. I stopped pre-ordering on Sideshow, so I don't know prices anymore. And so they could get at least 200 and change for this just because. And so that's why they didn't really go that route with the double pack because I feel like they would have probably felt like they had to lower the cost. So that's why they stay away from that. Obviously, if it makes a lot of sense, they'll do a double pack. But if you notice, they haven't been making many double packs lately. So, we'll see what happens with that. The green chick, Mike with the proper words. Chopper is a must. TX boy says, talk to my wife and a friend and getting into. Talk to my wife and a friend into getting the inner Superman. They're huge fan. Oh, nice. Mr. Hot Toes. Yeah, that's another reason why a lot of people are getting that inner. I've noticed that anytime I talk about it, I get comments saying, oh, I'm getting it because I missed out. And I tell everybody, enjoy it. I don't have any problems with, with their product at all. I just don't like what they did in the beginning as a starting company, 3-day window. And then all of a sudden, oh, just kidding. It's open the entire year. Like, that just made it clear that they were in it for the money and money only. That made it obvious that they didn't get as many sales as they thought they were gonna. They actually, I could guarantee you, they thought they were gonna get everybody with this $1,000 rooted double pack, and it backfired. So for those reasons, I am completely jaded by that company, and I don't want to deal with that company after my Pennywise, just because I don't like that. Like, don't come in here lying already. It just completely turned me off. And that's your first impression in the community. It's like, oh, here, 3 days for you to get yours. And then psych, just kidding. So you're already lying to the community. That's why I don't understand how people are so okay with this. But again, NPCs are going to be NPCs. It is what it is. People don't even have, common sense these days anymore. So it's the craziest thing. I don't know. And you have to understand also, a lot of people don't care for, people lie. It's okay. People cheat. It's okay. A lot of people don't, society doesn't really care about, that stuff anymore. Give them a little bit of truth though. You're the devil. Hey, Payne. Carlos says, excellent response to Wishmaster question. I love what you like. Yeah, absolutely. Again, I'm not here to tell you what to like or what not to like by any means. I'm a collector just like you guys. I'm an actual collector. I'm not a YouTuber by any means. So when I tell you my opinion, it's my opinion. Whatever you want to do with it, do whatever you want with it. If you have any questions for me, I could give you, over the years, a bunch of people have messaged me to get my opinions on things. I give my honest opinion. People ask me, do you think it's worth, for me to get blah, blah, blah? Do you think it's worth for me to sell blah, blah, blah? I always help as much as, I can, but I'm not here to tell you what to do or what not to do. I don't like being told what to do or what not to do, especially with my money. So when people try to shove their opinions or their thoughts or their likes or their dislikes on me, you want me to block you? Do that. Because I don't like that. It's like what? It's like, all right, if you love it, love it. Like, why are you trying to, like push that on me? Like, I don't like it. Why do I have to like it because you like it? And that happens a lot in the community too. You've been here about J&D, and they're already talking mess about not being able to collect their 169 when they come in. Won't last long when talking down on collectors in this hobby. We'll see. Ooh, wait, what? Yeah, been hearing about J&D, and they're already talking mess about not being able to collect their 1/6 line when they come in. Wait, what do you mean? So they're are you trying to say that they're saying it's going to be what, like too expensive for the brokes? Ooh, let me know if that's what you mean, TX boy, because that's interesting. If they're already trying to make it seem like they're going to be, unreachable price wise to the community, that's going to be very interesting. Because what does that mean? Does that mean that they're really going to go premium? And again, what does premium really mean? You could say premium all you want, but are you really getting anything out of saying this word premium? Just because somebody tailors something, it's premium. You know what I mean? So that's another word that's being thrown around with InArt. There's nothing premium about them whatsoever. Nothing. There's nothing different about them and Hot Toys besides experience. That's it. They're using the same materials. They're using the same stuff. Yeah, they may be cutting them differently, sewing them differently, painting them differently, but it's all the same stuff. Hot Toys is not giving you gold in their suits, and neither is InArt. So it's the same cloth. It's the same garbage. Premium nutsack. Let's see. Bob says it's only important to be a YouTuber when you need my I'm a YouTuber, Brian. Oh, shout out to Brian Wong, the owner.
Did you order them?
Of Maju. No, not yet. I will soon though. Don't worry. Don't worry. Worry about.
Oh, sorry, you're right. I don't want to get blocked. I don't want to tell you what to do.
Worry about the boxes behind you. Okay. Don't worry about my module cases. TX Boy says, yeah, too expensive. Oh wow, no way. That's kind of disrespectful if they're coming out like that, like pretty much saying, you brokies aren't going to be able to afford us. That's crazy. I was actually rooting for J&D, hoping that they would come in being a completely different company and, like I said, actually limited. The thing is, I was thinking about that, and I said, what if J&D comes in and they decide to be limited, right? The problem with being limited and strictly limited is this. If, let's just say, they do 1,000 pieces. Let's just say that's their number. 1,000 pieces worldwide or in China or whatever, whatever happens. If they're already talking premium pricing and, they're going to be expensive and blah, 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 what's going to happen is their prices are probably, so if we're complaining about, if I'm complaining about $400 Superman from InArt, what can we expect from them? $600-$700 figures? $800? You know what I mean? Like, what do we expect from that? And then at that point, it's 1,000 pieces, very limited. Is it really worth, $800 for you? Personally, something that expensive, I probably wouldn't even get into. Even though getting into something like that, it's only going to increase the value. 1 billion%. So buying these figures to have in mind, the resale of it, right? It's like, oh, I'm going to get it because I know that eventually once they sell out, that's going to probably be the main reason why people get into that company. Mike, what do you think of that?
What are we talking about?
The J&D is saying that they're going to be too expensive for people to afford.
Who's J&D?
J&D's a statue company.
What?
All right, we'll come back to you, Luis.
Next.
It's like next. Luis, what do you think of that?
Yeah, I mean, that's news for me. I didn't hear that they're already talking smack about, oh, well, we cater to statue collectors, $4,000, $6,000 pieces. If we make a 1/6 figure, you're looking at $1,000 easy.
Can you
and
imagine?
They're already talking smack that it's only going to be the special few, the elite, like InArt collectors, are going to be able to afford their pieces. I mean, yeah, that's like a slap in the face of like the average Joe like me who bargain shops and buys my stuff on eBay when I see them at like half off or whatever. But I mean, I think it was I think it was TX Boy that mentioned that he heard something about maybe the bodies being silicone, like maybe like a Bison or something like that, like 100%. I mean, that's pretty cool, but I mean, if you're looking at $1,000 a figure, I mean, man, that's just way too much.
One thing I noticed though about these Bison bodies that when you try to shove them into a suit, they lose their muscularity. You know what I mean? Like they you don't really see the tone anymore, the
Oh,
muscle
right.
tone. They just get completely flat. So I mean, you'll still see the bulk of the arm, obviously, but you don't see that muscular shape. You don't see the shoulder tone. You don't see the bicep tone. That's why Hot Toys uses these hard top bodies to be able to show shoulder striation muscle, to show bicep, to show all the muscle on the figure. But if you get into all these silicone things, you're not going to have that, because silicone, you push it in, it's going to stay in. So
Right.
you're not going to get what you think you're going to get out of those bodies, unless what you're going to make bodies that are like the what's that company called? Who's the company making? Oh, Iconic, making the Street Fighter figures. Those iconic, those muscular bodies would be the only thing that works. And you would have to put such a thin material over it to be able to show and display the muscle tone, the muscle striations of the arm, of the shoulder, of the bicep. So I don't know about that. I don't, and just because they're using silicone bodies does not mean it's going to be better. That does not mean that at all. It's going to be more expensive, but it doesn't mean it's going to be better. So I don't know how that's going to work out. Uncarded Reviews, my friend, how are you? Welcome. Thank you for being here, my friend. He says, yeah, and as much as we love to complete lines, it may not even be feasible with them or realistic for most of them. That's the thing. Well, it's going to be for the people who are, who have the money pretty much. That's what it's going to come down to. You can be a fan all you want, but if you can afford it, what are you going to do? So that's what it's going to, if for whatever reason it ends up that way, that's what's going to happen. You're going to have a very limited amount of people buying this thing. I think you are going to have some people, again, we don't know what the actual price is going to be. I'm talking as if they're going to be $1,000 right now. So what's going to happen is you're going to have people who are going to want to try the product, right? And it's going to get to a point that, so I'm going to assume they're going to have a pre-order window, right? If their price is going to be crazy expensive, they're not going to have a ton of pre-orders. If Inart didn't have them at $1,000 for 2 figures, you're not going to have them for $1,000 for 1 figure, right? So it's going to get crazy. It's going to get tricky. And if that happens and they don't get a lot of orders, 2 things are going to happen. Either they're still going to go through with whatever amount of numbers they get, or they're just going to say, pre-order till whenever, and we're going to cancel the project because nobody bought. So it can get very, very tricky. So I can't wait to see what happens with that, because it's going to be nuts. The fact they're already coming in apparently cocky, I don't know. They might be charging up to $2,000. Can you imagine? I would have to sell my entire collection to buy one. So Harold says everybody collects for a different reason, had a different set. Yep. Collectors talking down to other collectors already. Absolutely. So offshore company. Yep. Even worse. Again, very, very. It's not a smart move. I'll tell you that. If you're trying to sell to your customer and you're putting them down, why would I want to buy from you? That makes no sense. You already look at me as a peasant. So why am I going to spend my peasant money on your company? So that's not a very, again, I don't know if it really happened, and I'm not saying, that it's not true, but I didn't see anything about it. But that's crazy. That's crazy as a brand new company, getting into a game. Not that they're a brand new company in general. Obviously, J&D makes these statues, but that's very, very disrespectful. Kind of a slap in the face. I'm a J&D Studios collector. Ooh, nice. I'll let you know how this guy. Wait, do you own J&D statues now? Let me know. William, how are you? Make him veiny. Like a fake ding dongs. This guy. How are you, my friend? Welcome. You made it. Chopper, Eric, how are you, my friend? Thank you for being here. We got Chris in the house. How are you, my friend? Welcome. Hand pink waving. So Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful figure. I don't know. This is not die cast, so it's not gonna have any weight to it. So we'll see what happens. But that's one thing that I noticed that it's gonna suck. So we'll see what the price is. Anybody? I don't think anybody told me the price. If the price is up, let me know, guys, please. Next, guys, we're going to get into this guy. So, Luis, what do you think of this? Obviously, we know you don't collect Marvel, but what do you think of something like this?
Oh man, that looks like a giant Marvel Legends, man. It has obviously it has joints, and I don't know. Is this thing even like die cast at least?
100%.
Is it? God,
Yep.
but it just looks to me like a giant, classic Marvel Legends. I mean, made out of plastic, even though it's not plastic. But I mean, that's for me. That's what it looks like. I mean, definitely a pass for me. But I know you're getting how many, Fabi? Like 5 of them?
2.5.
I know.
I ordered. Yeah, Mike, are you getting this?
No, it's garbage.
Yeah, it's garbage. I ordered mine. Like I said, it should be here on Tuesday, Wednesday, hopefully. Um,
This is the worst repaint I've seen in a long time. This is trash.
well, so the reason why I was like, very like anti it in the beginning was because yellow is like my least favorite color, and this is like the worst tone of yellow. So and it looks very cheap, looks very plastic, looks very, very, not what it's worth. And so that's why I was like, you know what? If it sells out, it is what it is, blah, blah, blah. But then when it came out, I was like, if this sells out.
Let me tell you, Hot Toys loves you, because like you're buying all their crap they can't sell. They're like they probably had a tough time selling that mold when they painted it.
No, this is the same. This is the same as the Origins figure that just came out.
It's the same, and that thing didn't sell well. That's still available on Sideshow.
Correct, but here's the
whether
difference.
It's blue, whether it's red, now it's flat yellow.
Correct, but here's the thing, right? So it's I think either 22 or 2,500 pieces worldwide.
And you're falling for that? If
that's
a collectible point of it?
Wait, but here's the thing. Like I said, if I don't like it when it's sold out, guess what? You think it's going to sit there? Absolutely not. I could sell it in a heartbeat. That's why I bought it.
No, you're not.
Because
now I'm gonna do one of Fab's first. Ready? You hear it here first. This thing is gonna sit and sell below retail. Even
100%. I agree with you.
Never,
100%.
Never, ever.
Sorry to bust your bubble, Fabi.
Somebody clip this.
It ain't 2012 anymore.
Somebody clip this and send it to me, please. Somebody clip this and send it to me because I want to play this. When they sell out, I want to play this.
Same thing with your Loki and your stickers.
Well, no, that's a different story because aren't they sold out? I think they are sold out.
No, they're not still sold out. What was that one? 1,500?
No, $3,000.
3,000 stickers.
3,000 stickers. No, it was what did I? No, it was $400. $400 and.
No. What was the limited? That was a limited edition.
Oh no, it wasn't. Yeah, it was numbered. It was what the hell was the amount? Something like 1,500 or something like that.
1,200. That sounds right.
Yeah, something like
1,500. So this is 2,500.
This is something like 22 to 2,500. Yeah. Yep. So I got the two because again they're numbered, and it's my first numbered figure that I have from Hot Toys. But this thing here, like I said, if I don't like it, it's going up for sale. But I could guarantee you, I'm probably going to keep it. It's probably going to look amazing in hand. And the fact that I already went from not really liking it that much because of the color and how it looks and how it's very blah to, ordering it. To me, that's a big deal because like I told you guys, I don't like yellow at all. And it looks very flat. Like Mike just said, very flat, very blah. But I'm telling you, this thing's going to go for $1 million. You heard it here first. So Chopper is $240. Okay, so see, there you go. I told you they're going to get at least $220 for that thing, and that's what they're doing. So they
$220 for that stupid droid by itself.
$240, yeah, for Chopper. Yep.
You know what? I honestly, I was saying to my head, I'm like, you know what? The last Sideshow droid I can remember was like $165. So I'm thinking to myself, you know what? I bet you that's going to be like $185, $195. The fact that droid is over $200 is stupid. We're just in stupid territory.
Yeah. Well, don't forget inflation.
Yeah. Well, and that's the other thing. Yeah. With this is such an amazing economy. Everything, the government's shutting down here next week, and there's a company coming out with $1,000 figures. Brilliant move, guys. Idiots.
TX Boy says the only thing this has going for it is a comic. Yeah, that's it. That's it. That's the whole point of it. You know, the head sculpt is the comic book style, the body, the paint application. That's the whole point. You know, but I think
I don't even see a comic. Like I don't even see it. Like, you know what I mean? I don't see it. I don't see the whole comic book. I mean, just because it's the actual, you know, colors of it, like I'm not even getting that kind of vibe from that figure at all.
Really? When I get it, I'll send it to you so you could try it.
And I'm an Iron Man guy. I've bought every Iron Man armor variation, you name it. And I am passing on this one faster than you can say Iron Man.
Iron Man. Luis, how many of these are you getting?
0.
0.0.
TX Boy says that TS head sculpt with bucket in hand looked pretty great. So, like I mentioned earlier, I don't know if you guys were here yet, but MRC did his review, and there are a few defects in the figure. Somebody mentioned earlier the shoulder joint is, I guess something's wrong with it. He also said the paint, there was like bubbles in the paint, and he was going to return it.
On this one?
On this one, yeah, he got it. He did the review already. So he's like, the paint is bubbling on the thigh. He goes, there's like dark marks on the thigh. I mean, it's not visible. Like you gotta like stare at it.
Though, right? They're rushing the repaint of the molds.
Correct. That's exactly
what's
happening.
Sense.
Yep. Tuli, my friend, how are you? Welcome. Thank you for being here. Happy Saturday, my friend. This guy, unbelievable.
Look, that is true. That is true. The fact that he bought the crab venom. Remember that one? He got that. He was all about the crab venom.
I got 3.
Yeah, and that thing's sitting on retail for 50% off right
Wrong.
now. You mean wrong? You can 100% get that.
No, I'd say wrong about Luis's comment. Not about you.
What
Luis?
I don't think so.
And that, what's the other one that
we
you
get
love?
It, Fabi. We get it though, Fabi.
You love
you're a YouTuber, you're a streamer. You know, you need to buy all these things to create content. So we understand.
That's true.
Fabi.
You're right. That's why I started buying things in 2008. That's why I started buying things in 2008 before I even knew what YouTube was. Yeah, you're right. 100%. Get the hell out of here. Anyway.
He's a YouTuber.
Guys,
not a YouTuber.
Hit that like button if you don't mind. It's 31 in here of you guys. Thank you, please.
All right, what's the next one? Iron Man. He stinks.
Wait. He stinks. Oh my God. All right, let's see. We got the new. Where's the new? Right here. So we have the Prowler from the new what do you call it? Movie, the what is it? The Across the Spider-Verse. So let's go with Luis first, since he's a huge fan of Spider-Man. Luis, what do you feel? How do you feel about these figures, and how many are you getting?
I saw the first Into the Spider-Verse cartoon movie, and it was okay. It was okay for me. I mean, I get it. You know, there's tons and tons of Spider-Man fans, and they're gonna crank out Spider-Man like the new Iron Man. So I get Hot Toys' focus on this. But I mean, they look cool. I mean, they look great. I like the tailoring. I like the cut and sew. The head sculpts look good. But I mean, yeah, Into the Spider-Verse, it's not for me. So I'm getting 0.
Michael.
Crap. This is all the cartoon, just like the other one you like too. I was just about to say what's the one you love? The Hispanic Spider-Man 2099.
Morales,
yeah. Miguel O'Hara.
Exactly. This is just as bad as that. Horrible. The cartoon head sculpt is horrible. I'm not into it whatsoever. So
you don't like this at all?
Not at all. At all.
Look at that. That's awesome. No,
Hot Toys. The point of Hot Toys. This is what blows me away, right? The reason I got into Hot Toys is that these were such realistic head sculpts that it looked like they were little human beings on my desktop.
Right.
This guy looks real to you?
Well, no.
There's nothing realistic about this. This looks goofy and cartoony, and it was a
that's
stupid variation to begin with.
Well, that's what it is, right? It's supposed to be from a cartoon movie, so they're giving you accuracy. That's what Hot Toys is about, the accuracy.
Yeah, well, sorry.
He's like, sorry.
Not into it.
Then, guys, we have this guy. I know Mike loves this. I know Mike loves this because I know he said, I can't wait for the new Spider-Man 3. So let's start with you, Mike. What do you feel like? What do you feel about this?
Finally, a good figure, right? I like this head sculpt, right? I like it. I like the expression because they normally don't do an expression. You know what I mean? Whether it's happy, sad, this is an angry expression, so I'm into it. I like it. A little brow there. Yeah. So, and I think it looks good. I think that sculpt looks like Toby from back then. So,
absolutely. I think the hair is what does it.
And look at that black Spider-Man suit, which I have, and it needed an update for sure.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
So, yeah, as long as they update the whole suit, and we're not going to get that goofy cloth suit. Well, it looks like we might get that though.
Well, it's definitely an updated material. I don't think it's going to be much different than the original one, but it's definitely going to be slightly different. Because remember, you got to get that same exact look.
But either way, I'm gonna pose him with the head sculpt. So yeah, I'm into this one. I'll get this one.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you, how are you gonna display it? There's so many ways to display it.
With the head sculpt, 100%.
Yeah.
I mean, I pose most of my, even if the guy has a helmet, like my Black Panthers and stuff, I pose him like holding the helmet with the
right. Yeah.
You got to show those head sculpts. I don't know.
Yep, exactly.
Or I'll buy a second figure to show.
Yes.
The helmet.
Yeah, I think this is going to be one of those figures. Like you said, I have the original one too, and that one came with a head sculpt as well. But the difference is same expression, just different hair. So what I think I may do is get a second one to be able to display, both looks, because this is going to be, a really, really good figure when it's out. Like a really, really nice figure.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not into all that Venom nonsense around it, to be honest.
I think that's what makes it cool. The symbiote attachments, especially like this. Watch, like stuff like this, like all this stuff around the arms and stuff. Where is it? Like this. Look at that here. Like I think that's cool.
I don't think that looks that great, to be honest.
No. Did you see that third-party one that they came out with these like attachments or no? I forget who made.
Yeah, I did, and I've gotten stuff where like it's a half Venom. With Venom, where it was like a transformation type figure.
Right. Yes, that one.
Just, it's hard to do. It's not an easy look to pull off, I feel.
Luis, what do you think of it?
Oh yeah, this is beautiful, hands down. I'm definitely getting this figure. Just like Mike said, you have your full suited Spider-Man, symbiote Spider-Man, and then you have the second figure, the new figure with the Tobey Maguire head sculpt, with maybe some of these symbiote, little attachments on him. I mean, yeah, that's a good little diorama display, and maybe like with Venom in the back, whether they're going to come out with a Spider-Man 3 Venom or just a standalone Venom figure. I mean, those three in one. Well, I have Detolf, so those three in one little box in my Detolf would look sick. So yeah, I'm definitely on board with this figure for sure.
TX Boy says, think they were respecting the style of the film with these pieces. Yep, 100%. Chris cracking up. This guy, I agree with him. Oh man. TX Boy says, I waited year for a classic symbiote suit. Oh yeah, so you never got the original one, huh? Yeah, I don't think the original one is worth it right now. That body's so old, that outfit is so old. Even though, like, I still have mine, it looks great.
Well, look, if you can get it for $200,
even cheaper, it should be cheaper. No,
that black one wasn't it. I remember. I don't know if I paid up for that black one, but.
Oh no, I got it retail, so I don't know.
Yeah, I think I got that after. I think I paid up a little bit on that black one.
I had to get it retail because when it came out, I was doing YouTube, so I had to get it.
Did the black one come with the Sandman face?
Yes, that was the deluxe. The deluxe came with the Sandman and the.
That's maybe why that might hold a little, because that's not too bad, that Sandman base.
And the special edition came with the mace attachment, like the spiked hand, the spiked bull hand or whatever.
Yeah,
that was the special edition.
Yeah.
Albert says this figure makes me want to buy bully. Oh my god. Great head sculpt, but what about the body? No, I feel like, believe me, this
Toby
the
was
figure.
skinny. Toby
Yeah,
wasn't.
the body's gonna be perfect. The body, there's nothing wrong with the body whatsoever. Like I said, the original figure is great. This is gonna be even better. If anything, they're gonna get the scale even more accurate because of the fact that back then those Spider-Man bodies had these huge thighs for whatever reason. That Spider-Man 3 one didn't, though. The red one did. The third one didn't. And that one, the black one had a little more has a little more articulation than the red one. So now with these updated, bodies from, compared to what they used to be, the figure's going to be way better and more accurate 100%.
Yeah, this is going to be good.
Yeah, it's going to be really, really. And now you're getting, eye rolling system. You got the accurate hair to the, and even though I feel like the hair should be a little more puffy for some reason, but it is what it is.
Because it was slicked down. Like it had a wet look,
Right.
I think it looks great, man. I'm into it.
No, it's fine. That's my only thing. If I were to change something, maybe make the hair a little bit like more full, but that's it. That's nothing besides that. Because like I said, it looks great, and I'm pretty
This
sure
is looking good, like multiple angles. Like this is looking. This is what I guess where I always look at the head sculpt is like, does it look like Toby from multiple angles? And it does. It really does.
Yeah, no, yeah. It's not one of these head sculpts that like it looks good in one angle and it looks bad in another. Every picture that
a lot of them do. There's like one really good angle, and then all the other ones are really not that great.
Yep. If anything, this would be the worst angle and still looks great. Look at that.
Yeah, it looks great. Beautiful.
No, it looks really, really good. It's going to be a great figure. And this is probably going to be another figure bargain bin, after it comes out, because there's no way this is selling out. It's an MMS at that. So, this is going to sit for a while. So don't go crazy over it. Guaranteed. But obviously, if you're a fan, you're going to want it right away. Then we have, let's see who's next. Come on. I hate it when it freezes on me. Now we got this guy. So I know Mike obviously doesn't care for these, but Luis, what do you think of something like this? Just as obviously, you didn't see the movie. I didn't see the movie either, but just as a fan of art, forget, obviously you're not a collector, so you won't know, but as a fan of art, please tell us how you feel.
Yeah. Since I have more taste in my mouth than Fabby does, for sure. It looks. I mean, I don't really care for the head sculpt. I mean, it looks too Rastafarian. Maybe that's the whole thing. Maybe he is from
don't be racist on my stream.
Maybe he is from the islands. I mean, great, but I mean, it looks good. I mean, those people who like the cartoons, great, more power to you. Maybe you'll buy 2 of them, but. I mean, I like the masked Spider-Man. That looks pretty cool. I like the spikes on top of his head. I like the guitar looks cool. I mean, it's not for me, but I mean, definitely it looks like a pretty cool figure. Minus the head sculpt, that's a little scary.
Well, it's clear that collecting is not for you overall, but the fact that I like the spikes too. I like the spiked hair. I like the spiked head sculpt. I don't know what it is. I haven't seen the movie. I tried 3 times. I fell asleep 10 minutes in every single time. And there's something really appealing to me about this figure. Don't ask me what it is. I don't know if it's the color combination. I don't know if it's how crazy it looks. I don't know if it's all the design. I don't know. That head sculpt is a 10 for me already. I love everything about this figure. I don't know why. I can't tell you why.
You like your coffee black. I get it.
You know who he looks like? He kind of looks like Lenny Kravitz.
Yes, I think maybe that's what it is. I think it's got to be some type of like take on Lenny Kravitz, somewhat.
Yeah, it looks like, yeah.
Actually, yeah, that's funny you say that. Absolutely, 100% supposed to be like a Lenny Kravitz type figure. That's funny. See, now I really want it. But yeah, so somebody please tell me the price. Isn't it like $370? Mike, you're gonna love it. Somebody please tell me the price in the chat.
Please tell me it's $400. Please.
No, it's $370. Just wait.
Oh my God.
Just wait.
$40 tax, $35 shipping. You gotta be dumb.
I bet Fabs is getting 2 Spider-Man, maybe. These I would love.
It can't be that much money. It can't be.
No, it is. Oh no, it's $285. Never mind.
Okay. I was
I
gonna
thought
say this.
I thought I saw something like 370. I was like, no way.
Like we're getting a crazy world now. I mean,
Oh man, the black of the this guy,
that says
unbelievable.
Fabby. Yeah, you're
Oh
right.
my god, more like the sweeter than nopal. Um. So, the next one, guys, is this beauty that you guys are all gonna get, guaranteed. Let's go with rooted because I know Mike loves rooted. So, Luis, how many of these, if any, and why are you not collecting these?
So yeah, I don't have a Wanda in my collection. That's for sure.
There you go.
That's a
There you go.
fact. So this one here, I mean, if this thing sells out like the rooted Anakin, then I'm not gonna get any of these figures, you know.
But they got
But
sculpted for you.
I mean, if the, I'd rather have just a generic
Sculpted.
Barbie, rooted hair. I mean, this one here, it's gonna be
This one.
unattainable, just like the rooted Anakin. So I don't
This
think I'm
one.
gonna get one. But I mean, it looks beautiful. It looks great. I love it.
What do you think of the being able to get a sculpted and a rooted? What do you think of that?
Can you? Is that the one? Is that the sculpted right now?
This is the sculpted. Yeah, I switched it from the rooted.
Okay, yeah. So that doesn't look bad. That looks
Not
pretty
at all.
good.
This is gorgeous. This is gorgeous
Yeah.
too. I said if I miss out on the rooted one, which I'm not, I would be 100% happy with this one.
Yeah, yeah. No, definitely. That looks nice. It doesn't look bad, but definitely the rooted looks beautiful.
Yeah. So you like the rooted look better?
I do.
Mike, what about you?
Well, so again, this is a veteran show, right? So if you've been collecting a while, you have. I just put a second Wanda in my shelf the other day. So if you think that I need 3 Scarlet Witches, I do not. I don't need it. I don't need it. I don't have room. I don't love the character for 3 Scarlet Witches.
Question for you. Now, obviously, like you said, we've been collecting for a while. You have a ton of stuff as well. But knowing that you're getting something updated, all around, let's just say you're not even talking about rooted. Let's just say we're talking about the sculpted.
Right.
We know that the outfits are going to be updated. We know that the bodies are going to be updated. We know that the head sculpt 1000% is updated. Tailoring is going to be different. All that stuff, all these updates. And I understand, obviously having multiples of the same figures, like what's the point? I get that. But again, as a collector, knowing that you are getting something new, something updated, something new, or something different, why doesn't that appeal to you knowing that?
Because it's not the improvement, the new tailoring, the new head sculpt. We haven't made a leap yet. It's not going to be that great of a figure. I'm staring at it and I'm saying to myself, this is not looking like my jaw's not hitting the floor to go, oh my God, that's the best Scarlet Witch I've ever seen. If that happened, then I would replace.
Gotcha. I see what you're
something
saying.
I got, but
now, okay, so it's not mind blowing. But then again, remember that her character, there's nothing about her that is, that amazing. This is her. Like her power is magic, right? So it's not like an Iron Man where the suit's gonna be sick.
Yeah, look, I'm not worried about like magic and effects because I don't even put that stuff
right,
on because I can't fit her in the display. So I just wanted to look like the character from the movie, and I don't know. My head sculpts that, like I said, the new one that I just opened, which was the one that actually has the little crown that actually gives her kind of the most comic connected version of her. Like that's the ultimate one for me. You know what I mean? Like that one now connects her to the Marvel comics as best as you could possibly do in the MCU. So like this one just has zero appeal to me. Zero.
So now. Going by what you just said regarding, her having the crown and being, the most accurate, Scarlet Witch. What about when they released the Doctor Strange Wanda? Are you getting that one or no?
No, that one where they like made her go crazy evil.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Oh, you're not getting that. Okay. Luis, if you had to choose, if these were, available for everybody and you had to choose between sculpted and rooted, what is more appealing to you? Obviously, we've gotten female figures with, hair. But now this is supposed to be styled and blah, blah, blah. do you still like the sculpted, or are you again? I'm not saying that you're gonna get this by any means, but if you had to pick, what would you go for? What's more appealing to you?
Yeah, definitely. When it comes to female figures, even like a male figure with long hair like Thor or the Winter Soldier, yeah, definitely rooted. That's for me, that's definitely the way to go. And I don't mind futzing with the hair, doing the little brush thing, maybe even adding some product. I mean, I haven't done that yet because I try not to really mess with the head sculpts when they're rooted. But yeah, no, definitely rooted all the way. I'm a big fan of rooted hair. I even went out and I bought like 3-4 years ago a rooted Winter Soldier head sculpt. And yeah, that thing looked great. I don't have it on display right now, but yeah, no, that's an awesome figure. And this one here, if I can get a rooted, great. If not, then I'll settle for the sculpted.
Wait, what do you mean you don't have it on display? What are you talking about? Why isn't it in the collection?
No, the I'm talking about the Winter Soldier. I don't have it right now behind me on display. I have it in my boxes somewhere in storage.
Oh, nice. Thank you for correcting. Um, so it's got the luminous effect. So if you put, I guess, a black light on it, it's gonna light up. I thought it was like a light up function, but it's
Which
not.
is such a corny gimmick. You're never going to see that up close. You're never going to utilize that.
Well, you know what I do? When I get the figures and I open it, I put it on, and then just to see if it works, and then that's it. I never touch it again.
What could you do beyond that?
Oh man, no, it's true though. It is a gimmick, 100%. But it's a gimmick that is necessary for the figure to make it look that much better. Because think about it, it's part of her character. When she gets mad, her eyes light up with the magic. So it makes sense. Now, this guy, the reissue, repaint, the 2. Not, it's not even 2.0. It's literally the same thing.
Is it?
It's
the same, just a re-release.
That's why I didn't get it yet. That's why I could have gotten it day one, and I didn't order it because it's the same exact thing.
Unbelievable.
They repainted. They just, you know what they did? They updated the silver. If you notice, it's a lot more. It pops more. It stands out more. That's what they did. They made the gray pop a little bit more than the original, and that's all they did. And
I went out and got this because I said to myself, this is such a weird Batman. I said, they're probably never going to re-release it because it's such a weird.
Yeah, the
off-looking Batman. So I said, you know what, I'm gonna get it. I went out and got it.
You're gonna if you have the original one. Yeah. So you're gonna see once you have them together, all you're gonna notice different is that gray. It pops that much more.
I would never get this again though to compare.
Oh wait, did you get this?
I have the original.
Oh no, but I'm saying you're not getting this one.
No,
I got you. Yeah, no, I didn't.
You're saying it's just another re-release.
Well, that's why I didn't order it. You guys know I'm ordering from Toys for Kiddos, and the moment it was released, I am not getting this because again, there's no rush for me to get it. Am I going to get it? Absolutely. There's no rush for me to get it now to pay full price when I know it's going to sit. I want to get all of the Snyder Cut, figures from Hot Toys. So it's a must, but the fact that it's way too close to the original one, I'm good. I'm not going to use that base. They gave you the same exact base that they gave us for the deluxe Batman from the Justice League. So it's unnecessary to rush for it. Like I said, it's gonna sit for a while. I'm not in a rush to get it, but I am going to get it. So that's why I didn't get it right away.
Why this one? Like this just didn't, when I saw it, I'm like, what, when I saw pictures of it, I'm like, they can't be re-releasing this. And I guess they are, but
because of the Snyder Cut line. That's it. That's the only reason why. Because you remember the other ones is Justice League. This is Snyder Cut. That's it. That's it. They're trying to obviously capitalize on the Snyder Cut line, which is why, we got the, was it the Cyborg, I think was Snyder Cut. What else did we get? The double pack Nightmare Black Superman with Snyder Cut. So they're trying to make that money with that line while reissuing
while watering down your brand.
No, that's exactly what it is. Yeah. Luis, now we're at your brand. I want to see the excuse for why not collecting this. So why don't you like this?
So you are right. I'm not going to pick up this figure, and I'll tell you why. I have two BVS Batman, just standard gray, black suit, and I have two Nightmare Batmans from the Snyder Cut. This one here, I've seen another collector place the BVS head sculpt on this body, and it looked beautiful. It looked amazing. If anything, like you said, Fabi, if I get this like in the bargain bin, that's exactly what I would do. I would
So
put that
this will be your first tactical, right?
exactly. And also for the reason that, another reason why I may not get this Batman is because it looks a lot like the Flash Batman.
Yes.
You know, the kind of like the armory and all that stuff, the
Yes.
plating. But yeah, so I'd rather get the, which I have on pre-order, is the Flash Batman and motorcycle, and that's another reason why I probably won't get this figure. But if I
Yes.
see it in the bargain bins, or if I see it on eBay for like half the cost, half the price, then I'll definitely pick it up.
That is very true. That this suit is going to be very, very similar to that Batman, that blue and gray Batman suit as well.
How
It's going
much
to
are
have
they
that.
charging for this time? How much is it going now for now?
Oh, it's 300 and change.
Compared to what? I mean, what I bet you originally it was what, 265?
The original one, something like that. It was definitely
Yeah,
nowhere
it's
near
crazy.
300.
It's crazy.
Let me see. It's going for 300. 300 bucks. So plus
the
tax and
original was-
shipping, it's going to be like 360, 350. But see, so this is the only difference right here. You notice how the original Justice League suit doesn't have all that popping gray, that really bright light gray. This is what they did. This is what they updated. So when they announced updated paint, this is what it was. It was just the gray. They're making it pop more. That's all it is. So that's why I was like, I am not paying full price for another figure that is just a repaint. No way. And again, it's gonna sit. I know it's gonna sit. It would have been sold out already. So I'm not gonna be using that base at all. I'm actually, to make room in my display for that line, I have to get rid of the deluxe Batman base because it's so bulky. It takes up so much space, and he can't really get on it anyway. See this thing? So I'm like, you know what? I got to start getting rid of it. So I'm gonna do that soon so I can rearrange right before the collection tour, guys. Stay tuned for that because that's coming soon. I have to rearrange. I have to clean up. I have to dust a ton of stuff because the dust is a killer. So that's why I have to rearrange a lot of stuff. So, but yeah, so I'm not in a rush for this. I'm gonna get it 100%. I wish there was a head sculpt. I mean, we know that the tactical head sculpt could be used on it. Not the tactical, the deluxe head sculpt could be used on the tactical suit. But I don't know if I want to do that. I want to get like its own head sculpt, but we'll see what happens. And then we have this guy who I actually uploaded the video yesterday. It's doing very well so far, thank God. It's got like almost 550, 600 views about. The figure, guys, is really, really nice. Really, really good. This articulation that you see here is a lie. This thing, because of the rubber suit, doesn't really stay like this. Mine is like standing on the glider because it doesn't stay bent. The knees bend no problem, but the thighs at the hip, they don't bend much because again the rubber suit's kind of tight and it pushes it against the leg. So Luis, what do you think of this? Would you ever get something like this if you were a Marvel fan? And what do you dislike about this figure?
I think that figure is perfect. I mean, it's beautiful. The glider is amazing. The head sculpt is, man, a 10 out of 10. The paintwork, you know, the metal flake that's on the armor, it's beautiful. I mean, you know, it's like I'm gonna pass on the villains with the No Way Home line. You know, the Electro, the Green Goblin, and who's the other guy that they have from
Doc
No Way
Ock,
Home?
Electro.
Dr. Ock, right? Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna pass on those three. Just for the fact that I don't have space in my collection for that. I told myself if I get one baddie out of the Spider-Man line, it's going to be a Venom. And I have the Venom with the Tom Hardy head sculpt. But these three figures, I mean, they're beautiful. And I mean, I don't know, maybe one of these days, maybe when I come across a couple extra bucks in my pocket, maybe I might pick this one up because out of the three, I think this is the one to get. But I mean,
don't forget Hobo. Don't forget Hobo's coming too.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's true. I wonder if they're going to change his head sculpt to like
I
a
hope
more
so.
angrier one.
I hope so. I really do hope that they give us a separate head sculpt for that figure. I think it's going to be a huge mistake to get the same head sculpt for two completely different figures. And
100%.
even, you know, if you want to get away from that, you could put the goggles on the Hobo, Hobo Green Goblin, and there you go. You change the look a little bit. But I think it'll be a waste of a figure. I think they should have given us the original head sculpt for the Green Goblin that we already got, which is this one, And the one that we got for this one, we should have gotten for the hobo. I think it would have been the best way to go, but they messed up. Hopefully, again, I don't think we're going to get a new head sculpt. It's a possibility, absolutely, but I doubt it. So that's the only thing that I'm upset about. And believe it or not, even though the head sculpt is a 10 for me, the expression is in hand is kind of weird because it's like it's supposed to be kind of menacing because of how he is, but he looks like he's laughing, and it's not very menacing whatsoever. So it looks like an awkward, like he's like this. So
I think it's supposed to be creepy, if anything.
Correct. And it just looks funny. But again, I'm not complaining about it. It's perfectly fine. But it's not like that real, like, crazy look that he gets, when he's like really, really mean and really menacing. It doesn't translate to the head sculpt, but the head sculpt's perfect. Tony says, awesome comparison. Yes, thank you, my friend. A lot of people, you're not alone, by the way. A lot of people message me, not a lot, a few people message me telling me that because of the video, they're gonna keep their Toys R Us Green Goblin.
That's exactly what I was gonna say to you. I said I caught your video, I watched it, and your video absolutely confirms for me that I'm keeping my Toys R Us, and I will not buy this.
Yeah,
Toys R Us is just as good. From my eye to that shelf, I'll never tell the difference between the two.
Let me tell you
head
something.
Sculpt, if I can maybe find it, and maybe I'll get it, maybe, but I don't know. I kind of like the look of it, the suited goblin,
Let me
altogether.
tell you, the Toys R Us suit is better than the Hot Toys suit with the tailoring, like not the color, not the the tailoring.
But like when you had them together, I'm like, I can't believe the Toys R Us is actually.
It's great.
Holding a candle.
Oh, absolutely.
The Hot Toys.
Absolutely. 100%.
Like it didn't look out of place. It didn't look like it was an inferior product.
They're very similar, believe it or not. Very similar.
Very similar. Like almost like you kind of. I was thinking, did these guys rip Hot Toys off? Did someone steal the?
Absolutely,
file?
absolutely,
Probably, right?
Absolutely, 100%.
Because that's how they do over there.
I was gonna say, apparently that's what they do. Apparently they people give intel to these other third-party companies about
steal all each other's shit. Yeah.
Yep. It's crazy.
Go in there and get me that 3D file, and I'll give you, $2,000. Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. It's seriously. Damn, he passes on everything. Yeah, Chris, Luis is a true collector. He's a true veteran. He's been around, I think, 2008 as well, 2009-ish. But yeah, true collectors usually don't collect. What they usually do is they try to put real collectors down by calling them hoarders instead of actually collecting themselves. So this is what usually happens in Luis's world. He puts me down for collecting, but then he's the true veteran. So, I just try to, I put the facts out there. You guys do what you will with them. Let's see. Miami.
The Hot Toys. The glider is actually like, look at the glider's in a shelf that just doesn't really work well in any environment. But Toys R Us was smart about it or whatever to make it smaller. You know what I mean? Yeah. Because I think I have mine on the glider. I think. Yeah.
So that's another thing. That's 100% correct. The Hot Toys glider, obviously more accurate. It's humongous. But the Toys R Us one is small, and you could put it anywhere, which is awesome.
And he crouches it like he doesn't fit. Like, I don't know. I feel my Toys R Us one, it's not the greatest fit on that glider. Like, it's a little loose in my opinion. But
I had to glue mine.
Yeah, I used the sticky tack.
The blue tack.
The blue tack. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I had to glue mine because where you put the feet, the pedals.
Yes.
One of them keeps popping off. It just keeps coming off. So I had to go. I set him where it's supposed to be, and then I glued it, and that was it. So now he's perfectly fine.
Secure footing, like it should have, it was sunk in.
Right.
In better on the feet.
It kept popping up. Luis says Miami, LOL, because I don't collect. This guy. See how everybody knows? You try to put me down for collecting, and people are already seeing that you don't collect. See what happens when you try to humiliate somebody in public? It backfires. Rude. So rude. Chris cracking up. Oh, man. So he says, my eye to the shelf. You can't tell the difference. Oh, yeah, no, absolutely. It's, if you don't have the Hot Toys, you'll never know, which one's which. There are minor differences, the paint application, the helmet, the scale. Like I told you guys before I even got the figure, I could guarantee you this is exactly what I said. I said I could guarantee you the scale is gonna be off, and it is very, 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 very tiny difference. So not much. The only difference is the Hot Toys is a little bit, believe it or not, they're the same width, but when it comes to the thickness of the body, the Hot Toys is a little bit thicker. That's all it is. But when it comes to the same height, they're perfectly even.
And I'm sure the Doc Ock, I'm going to do the same. You know what I mean? The Doc Ock, the Hot Toys compared to the Toys R Us, it's not.
Well, that's a completely different world right there. The scale of the Doc Ock by Hot Toys compared to the Toys R Us is night and day. That is nowhere near close. Not even a little bit. The legs, the tentacles on the Toys R Us are garbage. They don't even stay.
I disagree with you 100%. You think the tentacles on the Toys R Us are garbage?
They don't stay. Mine, you put them up and they fall right down. They
have
no tension. Oh, see, I got a bad one then. Mine.
Oh yeah, no.
The tentacles are the worst part of mine, and I do like that it's a Spider-Man 2 look. I love that, shirtless, all that stuff is great, but those tentacles are the worst, and the scale of the figure is,
wow.
Hot Toys is here, and they're like down here, like really, really big difference. But I obviously,
did you do a video comparing the two?
I did. When I did my Doc Ock, I had the other Doc there.
That's surprising to hear. That Toys R Us, I actually thought those arms. I was surprised.
No, mine are crap, and it's not the first time. I didn't hear that. I didn't hear. I heard that by a bunch of people that their arms are flimsy too, like very, very cheap and very weak. Obviously,
I got mine holding the bags, like mine are holding the money bags.
I tried doing that. I couldn't do it because the arm kept going like this. Look, it goes like it's up, and then it goes. Whoop,
I hope mine's not down. I make sure mine's not sagging.
You put doubt in his head, Babby.
Wait, so Luis.
Oh man, it looks great. Look at
the figure's fine. The figure's fine. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm saying the arms are crap. Luis, back to your favorite line. What do you think? Did you like this figure? What do you think of the third eye? What do you think of the entire figure all around? Are you ever going to get anything like this?
I'm like Miami says, I'm going to pass on this one too. but let me tell you why. Because number one, I mean, Marvel is in the bottom of my collecting, world, right? So number one is DC. I have 80s like RoboCop, Terminator, Aliens, Predator, and then number three would be Star Wars, and then it would be Marvel. So. But I mean, this figure, I mean, it's a beautiful figure. I mean, I saw the movie. I enjoyed the movie. The center eye thing, it's a little creepy. But if I were to buy a Doctor Strange, I would probably get the Iron Strange for the fact that I like those laser repulsors in the back.
Yes.
And the head sculpt, and then I'll probably like Kit Bash, with the magicians.
No, that is 100% true. Those things, those accessories are the best part of that figure.
Yeah, if anything, that's the only Doctor Strange I would ever get would be the Iron Strange. But I mean, this one's cool. I like these dragons coming out of his arms and all that stuff. That looks really neat.
That's the coolest part. The coolest accessory were those dragons. Those dragons were really, really nice to have. What do you think of the head sculpt?
Yeah, it's great. I think it's the best one yet from Doctor Strange.
Yes, absolutely. Mike, what do you think of it?
I mean, it's cool. I mean, again, I don't need another Doctor Strange. I don't see this as some mind-boggling improvement from the last couple. So
even this, the fact that it's
but I mean, that's not going to be my main. A three-eyed Doctor Strange is not going to be my main Doctor Strange. So, look, I think it's a cool head sculpt. If I can pick the head sculpt off eBay for $100, I'll do it. But I won't. I wouldn't spend $300 on an entire new Strange figure. No.
You know what's funny? I like the No Way Home Doctor Strange outfit way better than this one. That's why I only got one of these, but I got two No Way Home Doctor Stranges because I like that outfit more, and I was able to use obviously this head sculpt on that one, and then the third eye head sculpt on this one. So I got this look with the old suit, and then this look with the new suit. Really, really gorgeous. These head sculpts are the best, like you said, the best ones so far out there. Better than the Iron Strange, better than the No Way Home, better than actually very close to the original Doctor Strange head sculpt. Not this one.
That's my favorite. I mean,
Yeah, not this one, but this one. This
we
one's
were
very,
talking
very
about
cool.
this. I have that closed-eyed one with that like the multiple arms.
Yes, I
you know
have
what
that
I
one
mean?
too. Yep.
And that's a cool one. But I mean, the eyes are closed, and the sculpt is a little soft. And but yeah, the first one is still the best one for me.
Tony says the thing that gets me is the point of reviewers purposely pose the Toys Era one in a crappy poses, make a crappy hot dog. Oh, I see what you're saying. Thought I got the second best that as the loose. Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah, I don't remember.
Oh,
I don't
so there was
remember.
a difference.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. Mine from the beginning has been loose, but I was like, oh, it's third party. It's cheap arms. I didn't expect this to be great. So it just
It's so funny because like as you're saying that, like when my experience is like it's like two different figures because like I remember thinking to myself like I can't believe how good these arms are for
Right.
a third party company. Like that's I remember having that thought. Like I was impressed with the arms for what it was. So
Yeah, no, there. So when the figure came out, remember that was the first Doc Ock we've ever had from anywhere. So it was very exciting. Everybody was going crazy. They made 2 batches for a reason. So it's a good figure. It's nothing. Not that it's, but quality wise, it's what we got. That's what it is. Toys Era was not. It's not about quality, but they make good characters.
yeah.
Tully says, I have one more payment on this Doctor. Oh yeah, you're gonna love this thing. Whoever's getting this, you guys are gonna love it. It's a gorgeous figure. And the accessories and the dragons. This doesn't have as many accessories, as many magic accessories or magic spell accessories as the No Way Home, but these dragons make the whole figure for me. I obviously I'm not displaying it because they take too much room, too much length, but they're the best things I've ever seen. They're amazing. I love that stuff. Bobby says this will be my first Strange. I think it's going. Yeah, yep. Great figure. 2 head sculpts. You can't go wrong. Where you're going to have a problem with and an issue with is trying to figure out which one you want to display, which head you want to use. That's why I had to get 2 because they're both amazing. And how many other figures, how many other Doctor Stranges do you own with a third eyeball? None. So that's a must right there. And I knew I had to display both heads.
And that's true. Like if you're like somebody starting new and you don't have a bunch of, you don't have 3 or 4 Doctor Stranges already. Yeah, why not get this one with the 2 head sculpts? Makes sense.
Right. So that's, it's, and again, the outfit is nice. The magnetic handcuffs are sick. You get the Book of Vishanti here, which is cool. That's a cool addition too. And I have him displayed holding the book with the third eyeball because obviously that's how he got it. So the cape.
What's the first book? What was the first book called that he's got?
The first book was the Dark Hold was from his movie Multiverse of Madness.
No.
The Book of Vishanti, and then it was the book of from his movie you're talking about from the first movie.
Yeah, the first one because that was a thick.
Yes,
book. That accessory was like $100 on its own for a while.
Yeah. Oh my God, what is the name of that book?
Cool. It's a cool little book too. I have mine like
Does anybody in the chat know what the book is called? The first book, the book of that's the Eye of Agamotto, and then the book of. Oh my God! Somebody tell me what the name of the book is. From the first movie, the book of. Because that's what they take. That's what the bad guy takes the bad spell from, and he becomes evil. It's not the Dark Hold. It's not the Book of Vishanti. It's oh my God, and I know that too. Guys, somebody Google it for me, please. And then what else we got? Let's see what we got. This will be our last figure of the night since it's 2 hours in. Thank you guys for staying, all of you. I appreciate it. Without you, we will still be here, but talking to ourselves. And
that's the truth though.
Yeah, no, 100%. And then we have, I think this is old, but let's get into Electro because I want to know, the true veteran how he feels about Electro. So Luis, let us know.
Again, beautiful figure. Jamie Foxx as Electro. Jamie Foxx as Electro, he killed it, especially in No Way Home. Just like the Green Goblin and Doc Ock, but I just can't squeeze these three guys in my collection. I would love to. If I was a doctor, like the true veteran, I could buy anything and everything, but I can't.
Well,
But
the thing is, I don't collect. I just hoard. So
but they're beautiful. I mean, they're beautiful figures, 100%. If I had the funds and the space, hands down, I would get these. Maybe I might get lucky. Maybe unfortunately, there'll probably be a collector on eBay that's hard on cash and needs to make money quick. And
those are the
I would,
best.
I would be in a heartbeat and swoop this thing up for like under retail if I'm lucky to ever find something like that. But I mean, right now I just can't. I mean, I have like 6 pre-orders through Sideshow. I have 5 on Kit Chen. I can't right now. I mean, I just can't. But they're beautiful figures though, all 3 of them. Ock,
Yeah,
Green Goblin, and this guy.
yeah, the detail on the figures are incredible. This, I don't know if you guys saw my video. This thing, one of the legs broke that goes on top of the ear, but it actually works fine now with just one. So I was gonna return it. I was gonna send it back to Toys for Kiddos. He said, just ship it back. It's no problem. But can you imagine shipping back that little piece of plastic? Because that's all he needs. It's like just send that back. I'm like, spend how much to ship to China? $20 for this piece. I'm like, you know what? I'll keep it. I'll wait for later on when it's when it's out, and then I'll just pick one up on eBay or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah, really, that's probably cheaper, right?
Yeah, I'm not gonna. Yes, the Book of Cagliostro, that one. That book. I don't know if you guys remember, but not the book, but this name, Cagliostro, is the Spawn friend. For those who saw the Spawn movie, remember that? The guy with the white hair that turned his arm into a blade? That was his name, Cagliostro. Don't ask me why I know that. I love the movie. The first book was this guy, unreal, unbelievable. The Book of the Damned, Stranger. Oh, okay. The Book of the Damned. I don't know. I don't know if it's Book of the Damned. It looks like that's what it is. The Book of the Damned. Oh, I don't know. I thought it was Cagliostro. That sounded familiar. Michael, are you getting this? Did you get this? What do you feel about this?
No, no. I didn't get the first one when he was blue.
Oh, you don't have that one either? No.
No, not even. Look at. I didn't even bother spending the money when it was $69.99 at Big Bad Toy Store. I
remember that.
Yeah, I couldn't even bring myself to spend $70 on that figure because I thought it was just horrible. So I mean, this head sculpt little better. I mean, I don't know. It's not right there. Like that's not completely Jamie Foxx, to be honest. So I mean, I can see Jamie Foxx there. There, I see him better.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Jamie Foxx's Electro, not a huge fan of that combo character.
You know what I think we should have gotten? A Shocker. I think we should have, even though he wasn't a big deal. They had 2 Shockers in a movie, and they didn't even bother with any of those. Again, because they made him like a nothing character. I think I would have been happy with a Shocker.
Look at the fact that we don't have a Happy Hogan, and we're
That's
getting
true too.
things like this is.
That's true too.
Please.
But now, question: how would you make that? How would you want to? Obviously, Happy Hogan didn't do anything, and he was just a regular, person with no powers or anything. What would you add as accessories for him?
I don't need any accessories. Just as long as he's in. He looks exactly like. What's his name? I'd be happy. You know what I mean?
No, but I'm saying obviously Hot Toys would have to give you something. They don't have that.
But I wouldn't need anything. What would you? An Iron Man suitcase. You know what I mean? Maybe the suitcase.
The Mark 6, the Mark 6
handcuff.
Suitcase.
Yeah.
I mean the Mark 5 suitcase. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
Like that.
Yeah, that'd be nice. That's true.
Oh yeah, he came with a couple suitcases, or maybe give him the suitcase from Iron Man from Iron Man 2, and give him the suitcase with the Spider-Man costume from.
That is true too. Yes, oh true. So we could get a few hands. We could get 2 head skulls, one with the goatee and one without. Right?
There you go, InArt. Why don't you pay tribute to the guy who built the MCU and do a Happy Hogan figure, you scumbags.
All right, guys. On that note, we are out of here. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for being here. For those who stayed the whole time, I appreciate it. We always appreciate you guys staying with us. Luis, what is coming to your home soon that you're not collecting?
Well, as soon as we're done with the live screen, I'm gonna take down the green screen, and then you'll see nothing but nothing back here. But yeah, no. Again, I mean, I have like 6 pre-orders from Sideshow that I think Toby Maguire old Spider-Man, that's gonna be charging its final payment sometime in the middle of October, which is great. I'm really looking forward to the blue and the green. Oh, I'm sorry, the blue and the red Spider-Man figure. That's gonna be great. So I can't wait to have that one. And then I have 5 from Kit Chen. The last figure that came in from Kit Chen was the Mars figure, the Ben Affleck. What's the guy? Matt Damon. That's the last figure I got.
Oh,
from
that
Kit
that
Chen.
astronaut one.
The astronaut one, yeah, that one was beautiful. That's a beautiful figure, and I like the light up helmet. And then recently on 1/6 Evolution, people on stream, the majority of you guys, I'm sure, are my members of 1/6 Evolution. I put up some video shorts, some customs on there, and yeah, I mean that's all I've been doing recently, just customizing and posting some pictures, some video shorts, adding some bootleg music to my videos, as you guys know. But yeah, just having fun, just enjoying my time in the community, in the collection world, and enjoying some good times with these bros here with Babby and Mike. Appreciate you guys.
Yeah, shout out to the Thor. He messaged me. He hasn't been around. He doesn't feel well. So get well, my friend. Feel better soon. Michael, you.
Oh, I opened a lot of stuff, believe it or not. At least I thought I did.
Oh, did you? What did you open?
I all my Lokis are open. My
Yeah, because
Yelena,
you had a ton to open.
Yelena got opened.
Oh, how do you feel about Yelena? Nice, right?
Yeah, I think she's actually, yeah. I thought her head sculpt was good.
That suit is really nice.
I opened White Vision.
How was that? Did you swap the eyes at all or no?
No.
I did.
No, but you know what I'm annoyed at is I see him super cheap, so I'm like, you know what? That's a figure that because of the comic connection, I would have got him anyways.
Right.
But man, I should have waited because I could have saved almost $100.
Yep.
I opened Scarlet Witch. I really liked her. I like that Scarlet Witch from WandaVision. And yeah, that's it. Oh, I got a clone pilot in. I gotta remember. I buy figures, quick off of Facebook. You know what I mean? But I just assume, if you don't mention it, right? I just assume everything's gonna come clean in a shipper. You know what I mean? And it never comes the way that I envision. You know what I mean? It comes wrapped in Scotch tape in a box, no shipper.
Yeah.
And I say to myself, that's because I'm assuming the best.
You expect the best.
I expect the best, right? It's what I would give to somebody, and if I didn't have the shipper, I don't know. I would make sure I'd mention it.
Right.
I don't know. That's me. I would hey, I don't have that brown shipper, just so you know. Or I ask my guys, hey, you want me to double box it? Are you one of those guys? I'll double box it. You gotta, send me an extra $10. I'll find another box and tape it 9 times for you, no problem. But yeah, but I got a clone pilot in, and then I got this just came in today from Kit.
What'd you get?
The who's the guy? The bad guy from what's the movie? Oh my god, little girl, Hitman, The Professional.
Oh, okay. Oh, I didn't even know he had that.
Kit had
Yeah.
it.
How old is that? You just got that recently?
I just got I pre-ordered this. I don't know. A little while ago, I would say.
No, but I'm saying he just shipped recently.
I just got it. Yeah, I just got it today.
Oh, okay. I didn't even know. I got to see what it is.
Gotta tell you. So yeah, I have a professional figure, and I said, you know what? Let me get the bad guy. I like that he was a good. What's his name again? That guy, the actor.
The French guy.
Oh my god.
I forget his name. Gerard. No,
it's on the tip of my tongue. God damn it! Great actor though. He
was in Couples Retreat.
Yeah,
he was Marcel.
He really no, not talking about the professional. I'm talking about the bad guy, the cop, the bad detective.
Oh,
that's what this is. This is the bad guy from the movie.
I know which figure. I know which figure you're talking about. I know exactly what you're talking about now. Yeah. Yeah, it's a guy.
It's like in that tan suit.
Yes. I know exactly what we're talking about. Oh, let me know how that is.
Oh my god, I can't believe I'm forgetting his name, but
yeah, no, I know who you're talking about. Now I'm picturing the figure now because I did see it that it was shipping. On Carter, this for you. And then we have Matt Plant says, Book of the Damned might be the same as Darkhold. Good stream, gentlemen. Thank you, my friend. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Have a happy Saturday. Have a nice weekend too. Good night, guys. Luis. All right, guys. So we'll be back I'll be back on Tuesday, same time after Ahsoka last episode. So make sure you watch it. I'm expecting, like I said, that yellow Iron Man. So I'll let you guys know how it is. My next video is going to be this Sandman.
We got Comic-Con coming up, right? 2 weeks.
2 weeks, Comic-Con. Sandman, then the premium Loki is coming also. And then 2 weeks from now, like you said, Comic-Con will be there Thursday and Saturday.
This is going to be so different this year, I think, Fabs. It's going to be wild.
So
I think it's going to be crazier than...
Yeah, because remember last year was like the first year after COVID or the second year after COVID.
I wanted the first, really, because they had a year that was like really like COVID. Right. 21 was like basically the first, I would call that a COVID year.
Right.
And then we went to the first year where there was really,
like,
there were still, you could say, restrictions because they were asking us to wear, or no, did they?
They did, but we didn't have to.
Oh, we didn't do it. Yeah,
right. We did. They said, oh, wear a mask, and then nobody was wearing it inside, so we took it off.
But everyone's there. Like, there's pretty much any artist that I want to see and meet is there. So it's like, it's going to be a good one.
So yeah, guys. So for those who are going, whether you're going Thursday or Saturday, I have a list going in the group on Facebook, 16 Evolution. If you haven't joined, please join. I have a list going of who's going to be there and who's going to want to meet up with us where we're there. So let me know if you're going, and we'll figure something out. But there's a few. It's like I think about like 6 to 7 people on that list already. So it's going to be fun. I couldn't live stream from there last time because there's no service whatsoever. Like, the service is the worst. And there was nothing to video anyway because Sideshow wasn't there, and literally there were no Hot Toys there at all whatsoever. So hopefully, like you said, we'll see. We'll see what they have, and then if I got to make a little quick live, if there's service, I will for you guys. That'll be fun. Is this the name, Mike? Gary Oldman?
Gary, yes, that's him.
Oh, Gary Oldman.
That's him.
Commissioner Gordon. I got
the Gary Oldman figure. Yep.
Yeah, Gary. I know exactly what that. Doesn't he look younger in that figure? He's supposed to be like a younger look.
Oh yeah. Well, look at that movie was
that
done.
movie, right? Yeah, that's what I thought.
When was that?
That was like the 90s,
right?
95. Yep, 90s. So I remember that movie.
Maybe I was in high school in that movie.
Believe it or not, I've never seen the movie, and I've seen clips and like pieces of the movie. I've never seen the entire movie, so I know exactly what it is, but I don't know like the whole story behind it. Yep, exactly. That's exactly. Yep, Gary Oldman. That's a nice classic figure too.
Yeah, 777 Toys. So who knows who they are, right?
They're probably a sub company of a sub company. But yeah, guys. So as always, thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for staying. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. And we'll see you in the next one.
Peace out.